No.
I forgot my movie plot.
You did?
No.
See, no, that would be a great movie. The call is not coming from inside the house. You're completely safe. The movie's over.
And the person's just still freaking out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not even a call. I mean, it's a child calling you. It's just like an 8-year-old. It's just a crank phone call.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing to be worried about. He can't rip your guts out. He's 9. Yeah.
I'm just watching.
And he's grounded, so he can't even leave the house. That's the best part about it. He's completely grounded.
But he just hacked your crypto account, so that's pretty scary.
Oh, there you go. That's the horror movie.
That's great. You know what, Ted? Then he can get the entire $170
Yeah.
that's left from my crypto investment.
Exactly.
$170.
I'm down a lot.
I put like $700 in. I was never going to do when Ted and I were talking, and it was to keep the crypto forever, right?
Yeah. I still have mine.
I'm
I'm down like 65, 70%, but I'm thinking about, adding like maybe a little more and just holding on to it and just see what happens. Like I said, we don't know.
Because new crypto is invented every 10 seconds, and the old crypto, it's literally, you know what it is? It's literally Leonardo DiCaprio's 25-year-old girlfriend. It's gone. It's just gone, right? Doesn't he date like 24-year-olds when they turn 25?
25 is the
yeah. So
dividing line,
crypto is a 25-year-old girl to Leonardo DiCaprio. It doesn't exist.
They're still running ads on TV.
For Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriends?
That and the crypto.
Both of them will make you no money whatsoever. Yeah. It just totally freaks me out. Okay. I'm really nervous to do this.
Uh-oh.
But I was listening to the show, last week's show today, and I had to make sure I wrote it down. Ted, and I'm not even the only one. There was a whole bunch of people on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Ted, share us your Birmingham story, please. Stop writing.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, my God. You have no Birmingham story. I knew it. I knew it. I'll tell you next time. You don't have a Birmingham
No,
story.
actually, I think I wasn't Birmingham in hindsight. It was Huntsville, Alabama, and I think
I was just in Birmingham.
It was just
for real.
It was.
Do you have a story did they have the story posted somewhere about what Ted did?
It was a bowling. it
We
was just
stopped at a
bowling
really
tournament.
cool bar called the Social Kitchen.
Were there any pictures of Ted anywhere?
All
any
over,
mentions?
everywhere.
Actually, I do remember.
Most wanted.
I do remember my Alabama story. So, long story short, the South is very hospitable, and I think I had shrimp and grits, which is kind of standard out there. It's good stuff. And I just remember, I think we went to some bar at like 10 in the morning and started playing shuffleboard, and about 8 pitchers of beer, and we had to bowl at like 4 o'clock that afternoon. And yeah, it was a lot of beer that day.
Wait,
This is the story.
That's what people were anticipating. That's it. Are you shitting me right now?
Well, actually, there was a little bit of a hullabaloo. I think one of my buddies, unfortunately, when he got a couple of drinks in him, he because we were, it got kind of out of control playing the shuffleboard. You get like hyper focused on something. So somebody put their glass down on the shuffleboard. They put their glass down on the shuffleboard, and he slid the little metal puck into the glass, and I think it broke the glass. And and I'm like, I don't want to get into a bar fight before we have to get into a bowling match. And those local guys look pretty, they look like they're not messing around. So
that is quite literally the worst story. I honestly, I would imagine the most boring man in the world that we had on a couple weeks ago he's probably laughing right now. He's probably listening. He's just like, "Oh, it's hilarious."
You should have made something.
What did you think it was going to say? Was like we robbed a liquor store or something?
You should have
with a
made
fake
something
gun?
up. There was anticipation by the listeners, and you just let everyone down.
Oh,
Mark,
I didn't
I'm
think-
glad we started the show.
I thought it was a
with this.
nothing burger.
Yeah, no shit.
I thought it was just a nothing burger. Yeah.
No, didn't he make a big deal out of it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. And I was like, "Well, tell it." Oh, I'll tell it. Yeah.
Well, just
He
because I
started
said,
laughing
just because I
and
just
everything.
because
I think
I
he
said
said he was
going
going to tell you at the bar afterwards.
We didn't go to the bar. I didn't go to the bar. Or we did go to the bar.
No, we played bags.
Oh, we played bags.
bags.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we don't
Which is
wanna-
like a bar. Yeah.
We don't want to talk about that. That was horrible. You know what Ted can't do? Throw something underhand and make it land in the place it's
He
supposed
bowls underhand.
to, and it doesn't go in the place he wants it to.
I hit the little cornhole part of the board a couple of times, and but it's a tough game.
It wasn't for everybody.
Oh,
else.
okay. Well,
It was not for everybody else.
I just tried again. I need a second crack at it. So.
All right. This is kind of weird to me, and I just found this out like an hour ago, but I thought it was really cool. Way back in 2015, a guy killed his stepfather. So that's, 10 years ago almost, right?
Okay.
No big deal. He killed him.
There's no statute of
Well,
limitations.
I mean, he's in
no big
prison.
deal.
Oh, okay.
30 years. 30 years he's in prison. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's how he killed his stepfather that absolutely blew my mind, and what came afterwards that freaked me out. He killed his stepfather by giving him, are you ready? An atomic wedgie.
What?
At the top of the stairs.
No.
No.
So
Did he-
do you know
at
what
the
an
Grand
atomic?
Canyon? At the Grand Canyon.
What? No, it was at his house. What do you mean at the Grand Canyon?
Well, then he would have fallen to his death.
Right.
Otherwise, how do you die
gotta
from
be more
getting an
to-
atomic wedgie?
So you know what an atomic wedgie is, right?
I'm not. I've heard of it, but why don't you
Okay,
enlighten us?
so obviously a wedgie is you grab somebody's underwear
Yeah.
and you yank it up.
Right.
An
Atomic is
atomic
just-
wedgie is you take the band of the underwear and you put it over the guy's head.
Oh,
That's some long underwear. It's just some very elastic.
I mean, yeah. I
this
guess.
might be the 70s. Those must be those tighty
no,
whities
this
that
is
are.
just
You
like
know,
this is like
Hell?
7, 8 years ago
Yeah.
that he did this, right? And so
Okay.
I guess what happened is the guy's underwear got around his neck and he strangled to death. He actually literally choked
oh
to
my
death.
God.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Did he mean to do that?
Well, he didn't. He said he didn't mean to do it, but he said his stepfather was a bully and kind of a jagoff, and he kind of had enough, and he just wanted to embarrass him, so just leave me alone type thing. The guy, a big guy who did it, he's a Marine, right? And he did that to his stepdad. But here's the thing. So the guy, like I said, 30 years in jail. He's in jail for
I'm just thinking, like,
30.
So when he started struggling, why didn't he just help him get the underwear off his
Well,
head?
that's probably.
You're gonna touch somebody's underwear? That's gross.
He already
They're
did.
probably drinking. I'm sure there's alcohol involved.
He already touched it. He gave him a wedgie.
Yeah, but there's other parts now that are all over the place.
The
Yeah,
band.
you
I
know,
mean, that's got to be like a
That's-
that's got to
Man,
be
just
like
gotta
manslaughter.
cut
Because I mean, if I was his defense attorney, I'd be like, well, that's kind of an impractical way to try to kill somebody is via an atomic wedgie.
That
So I
is
mean,
so
30
weird.
so
years.
30 years. I mean, people even get 30 years for first degree murder. You know,
For sure. I know.
Much less,
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
less that. You know. So
Yeah.
sounds
So-
like he had a lousy attorney. So.
he must have. But here's the really weird part. Because of
Let's
this,
focus on the
Weirder
30
than
years.
this.
yeah, the
lot of
National
push-ups.
Institute of Health, because of this, did a literature review of the world's previous studies of, you ready for this? I'm not even messing with you, wedgie-related trauma.
Okay.
So they've done this, and I did not realize that this was out there. They did a whole report on wedgie-related trauma. They studied everything that was ever written.
See, this is
At,
this is only
taxpayer expense, of course.
I would imagine. Yeah.
this is only the stuff that they've heard about.
Well,
Look where they
it's-
ended up in the hospital for or something,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Any kind of wedgie-related
no, if you
trauma.
go to the hospital from a wedgie, you're not telling them what happened.
I mean, I can imagine certain things that might happen.
Well, it's like
but-
people go to the
Yes.
hospital with something up their butt, and they don't want to tell them how they got there. That's why.
Right.
That's why your flange is your best friend, just like your
Ted,
friend
Ted,
from the.
Ted, listen. When a doctor sees that
Now,
you
that
got
would've been
you
good
got a
Birmingham
Snickers
story.
bar in your butt,
That
you
would
know
have
what
been
they
a
don't
good
ever
Birmingham
think.
story
Yeah.
right there, Alabama
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend.
There might
got
be some
the-
deliverance.
yeah,
There might be some
yeah.
deliverance. I'm getting a deliverance vibe.
So as a joke, I was sitting on a chair completely naked, and my friend, for whatever reason, put 24 pencils down, point up, right there, where I could just sit on it. I didn't even notice. Yeah, it was so weird.
Well, how many people die every year of autoerotic strangulation? It's when you're having sex and you
13.
choke and you choke.
Two.
Oh, okay.
Two.
No, the only one we know of is David Carradine, right? That's the only one I've ever heard of.
Well, there was rumors that Michael Hutchinson from
Oh, The Cure?
no, that's no,
In Excess-
from-
In Excess, or- yeah.
That's how he went?
Well, he hung himself, but he was naked, and I guess they thought that he died that way, but it turned out I think it was suicide.
No, I think like he was upset over his like girlfriend. I'm like, you
Who,
know,
Hutchins? No, he was married, I think.
no,
Yeah, that's why he was upset about his girlfriend.
Actually read the story. I'm like, gee, I'm the lead singer of a famous rock group. I mean, can't you just get a new girlfriend? You know what I mean? So no offense.
Well, okay, so this whole thing, they did all this stuff. Only been one death ever in the history of wedgies. That was that one guy. 100%. The humiliation rate is 100%. Yeah, if you have to report
Absolutely.
this. And then I started doing this. So some students from Baylor University did a paper on wedgie-related trauma
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
and wedgie-related incidents. And they came up with some really cool stuff. There was a principal in Montana who was suspended for 4 days for giving a student a wedgie.
Okay.
yeah.
It was
They
4
should be.
days.
so it was
fair-
a,
it's a fair
it was a
trade.
soccer player, and I guess he didn't perform well at the
He should
game.
have been
Oh,
fired.
yeah,
A
he
principal
should've been
shouldn't
fired
grab
for
somebody's
that.
fucking underwear.
I listen. This is a while back, and then this is just last year. A teacher in Colorado was fired for threatening to give a student a wedgie.
What even comes to a teacher's mind to say that?
Did the kid even know what a wedgie was? Because I mean,
Yeah, he
these
probably
days-
had to explain the whole
Yeah,
thing.
because I mean, that wedgie is something from like the 1980s, and it's not like something that's in the common vernacular these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
They're
was
like
happening
threatening-
at
yeah.
Northwestern. Weren't they doing wedgies too?
Oh man.
Well,
It had to be
they
wedges
did a lot of
involved in
everything. Apparently, they did everything in Northwest.
But I will say this, Ted. We
Butt naked.
can't. You and I cannot do chess talk, but we're going to do wedgie talk.
You cannot do chess talk.
I saw this and I just
Doing wedgie talk.
wedgie talk. Okay, I mean, it's not my favorite thing in the world
Now
to
see,
do, but
Did you guys ever play with one of those wedgie boards?
No, see when you said the guy died of a wedgie. See when you said the guy died of a wedgie, I thought you were going to say his ball sack got shoved up
That's what
into
I
his
thought,
stamach
too.
and severed his like something
happened
in
like
his
Like a
nutsack.
hemorrhage, like a hemorrhage sac?
Hemorrhage in his nutsack.
Yeah, yeah.
Led to lactic
I think that's how-
acidosis.
that's how,
like something about Mary.
led to
That's how
lactic,
Houdini died, I think.
lactic acidosis.
An atomic wedgie ruptured his sac.
No, he got punched. He got punched in the stomach.
Same thing. That's
before
almost
one of his
exactly the
acts,
same
and it
thing.
ruptured something. Yeah. So,
Okay, no,
yeah.
no, that's funny. You mentioned Houdini. Remember we talked last week about people who are buried with stuff? Like we said Gallagher was being buried with a...
Oh, he's dead, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I
Tiny
forgot
Tim,
about
Tiny
that.
Tim,
Yeah.
Tiny Tim's buried with his ukulele.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Actually, Houdini was buried with some letters from his girlfriend who broke up with him.
Hey, Ted,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
buried
super-
handcuffed.
he was super
handcuffed in
into
a
it.
straitjacket.
Upside down in the coffin.
Turns out he wasn't dead.
he just couldn't get out.
Right?
Oh my God! Yeah, but I looked at
Why
it.
was
It's a
he
couple
buried
of,
in a swimming pool?
There was a whole bunch of weird stuff. I don't know if you guys remember Bela Lugosi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Oh, yeah,
he was the
old-
original Dracula.
old-time
Yeah, the original
Dracula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
silent film actor.
He was
Dracula.
born, he was buried with his cape, his Dracula
Yeah,
cape.
I mean that was his thing. I mean that was his claim to fame. You know, so it's like like when who's that coach who coached the Cardinals who passed away? Dennis Green. Remember he
Whitey
said
Herzog?
no. Remember he said you are who we thought they were. I think when they talked about
He
it
was
as a-
buried
Oh,
with a
the-
dictionary because nobody could understand what the hell he was talking
Yeah, but I'm
about.
saying like, but that was his claim to fame. So like in his obituary, they mentioned that one.
He was buried with Urlacher's cleats.
He was buried with the ball that Mike Brown intercepted.
Oh, that wasn't that game.
All right, so you guys got to tell me, and before we start everything up and get to Teddy's tips, you guys got to tell me if this is a good thing or
Oh,
a
am I
bad.
doing the intro again?
No, never.
There was
again.
good feedback, right?
There was that feedback was so
You know,
unpositive.
I listened to it, and then when you told me that, I listened to it again. It wasn't that
Why?
bad. It was normal.
Mark, I got good news
I
for
thought
you.
I did something like wrong. I
No,
just said, "Hey, this is the real three idiots."
I got good news for you. The more haters you have, that means you're doing something right. Just like Kim Kardashian. so
No,
keep
it
up the good
doesn't,
work.
Ted. No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Are you? No.
No, man.
Hey, listen. Instagram and TikTok. Those are the people that I listen to, and they just asked me to tell you to just sing. They said, "Sing your songs. Your songs are great."
They're out of their minds.
then
Our
they-
listeners
People
are
like
out of their
your
minds.
singing.
They'd rather me sing than do a stupid
so
intro.
you just got your first
That's
media.
insane.
You just got your first backlash. You got your first media backlash.
All right.
But here, I can tell you this: you and Ted get way more positive stuff, and I think I told Teddy this. You guys get way more positive stuff than I do. Yeah, everybody
What-
loves
what-
you.
what do-
They're-
what do you
they're-
get?
I get yelled at for picking on Ted. Yeah,
Right.
Just-
yeah, and then I get
I
yelled at
concur
for
with
talking
that.
about wedgies. But yeah,
well,
You yelled at for picking on Mark.
but the only positive, one of the positive feedbacks I got was, Matt, we want you to go back and do the intro. Don't let Mark do it.
I'll tell you what,
anymore.
my intro would have been a lot better if it wasn't for this fucking SAG strike going on.
Screen
you
Actors
told about- yeah.
Guild.
Well, people don't know. Matt, tell them the whole show is scripted, and now that they're on strike, Jackie, we're doing our own thing.
Yeah.
So had somebody else written it for me, I spent 2 weeks on it.
Mark has no thoughts. He needs to be
God.
given thoughts. That's what he's trying
That
to
is
say.
a terrifying.
I
Hold on.
guess
Tell
if
the
you
man
spent
what to
two-
say.
Wait a minute. I'm on
If
the
you spent 2 weeks on it, then maybe it wasn't so good.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong page.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. No, Mark, it wasn't that bad. No, wait, no. Oh, that was for your song. Sorry.
I blame the
sorry.
right. I blame the strike.
Could you? I mean, does Jimmy Kimmel? Those guys can't do anything, right? Because it's all writer strikes.
I
Like
think
he
they're
can't.
not doing anything right now anyway. It's summer.
Yeah. I don't know
I
how
mean,
that
all
works.
those shows are starting up in the fall or next week, I think.
Is the strike is done?
No, but when I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I have no
Those
idea.
guys can write their own stuff for the most part, though.
Yeah. I think
I mean, he's a writer
honestly,
and-
I think everything they do.
Conan's a writer, but he's got his podcast now.
Yeah, but I think everything that they do is written for them.
Yeah,
I think they have a
oh,
whole
100%.
slew of
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I'm saying. I mean,
So I was reading that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, they had a $20 million podcast deal, and I guess it kind of fell through. But
I'll take it. Thank you.
yeah, but
What?
the funny thing is, like, they seem like they're zero in terms of
What could they
personality.
say?
Nothing. That's why. But it's just them because it's a prince and his wife who married a prince.
Could you imagine
He's
how
not a prince anymore.
insanely boring
Yeah.
that would be? And people will listen and they go, "Oh, he talked about, you know what? He likes green beans. I'm a lima bean guy.
Shit, we'll take $2 million.
I'll take $2 million.
Yeah.
We'll take $2 million.
1/10
Yeah.
for 99% more goodness.
That's half of what we're making now, but we'll take it.
And this is funny. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but so they're saying that
You're not.
that Meghan Markle, they said like, because she was doing the podcast, so they said like if someone wasn't like super famous, she wouldn't even like acknowledge their existence, and then she wouldn't even interview them. They would just like splice her voice in to make it seem like they were interviewing that person. She would only talk to people who was worth her time.
I don't believe that.
That seems insane.
Yeah,
That's
they
not-
don't seem like that at all.
seems no.
Oh, they seem 100% like that.
Those two?
Really, they're all
Yeah.
all
They
over
gave
the
up
place
all their
talking
money
about
and gave away everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when in their it's kind of like the public phase versus the private phase. Like a comic who's like real friendly and like Kevin Hart. I heard he's like a jagoff in like if you try to
He was a
approach him.
jagoff to me. Yeah,
yeah.
I walked up to him.
Did you
and
really?
I'm like, man, you look like a dwarf. And you are so small. I'm like, I took a crap as big as you yesterday, and man, he was mad. He
Was
got
he
mad
pushing
for
his
no
dog?
reason.
Yeah.
Was he pushing his dog in a stroller? Was that the guy or no?
No, it'd be great.
But I told my
Please
wife.
tell me he doesn't push his dog in a stroller.
No, but I told my wife that story when we were in Minnesota. We were at these falls. There was a couple pushing. They had their cat and dog in a stroller together.
I've seen that. I've
That's
seen that.
Yeah.
actually
I've seen
worse
that a
than
lot.
I've
that's
seen
It was
that.
actually
like
worse
on a
than a dog.
trail going to these falls, and then
Yeah.
they left the dog in the stroller.
And threw the cat over.
And then,
Thank you.
and then they put a leash on the cat and walked the cat around like
That
a
is
dog
so weird.
up these trails like a mile to these falls
and
and
like
a river.
anybody could just throw the
Everyone-
dog over the edge.
But who let?
What?
I guess
Whoa,
I don't
whoa,
know.
Who let
Maybe
him-
somebody might have been with
Jack, what is going on with
you know,
right
I
there?
have that fear of accidentally
Of
falling
throwing
over
dogs?
the edge.
Wait, do you?
What if a kid just like ran up to the stroller and like threw the dog?
They
over
left
the
a
edge?
stroller
What
down
is-
at the.
You need to hang around with different children. What kind of sick ass kid would
I'm
just pick up a
jaded.
dog
Hey, you
and
never
throw
know.
it over the cliff?
You've
Again,
worked with kids, you know.
there's 2 or 3 maximum would
Right.
ever do that a year. Yeah.
Didn't you get a wedgie at school, Matt, when you were teaching?
Okay, and let's move on here. We talked about no.
Actually, well, let's talk about the
Sex, baby.
let's talk about the bastard brother of the wedgie, the rat tail.
What's
What's
a
a
rat?
rat?
No,
Wait,
You don't
is
know
that where you roll
The
up?
rat tail is when you roll up the towel and you dip the tip in water and then you kind of snap it at somebody.
Yeah, I do
How
that
is
all the
that
time.
related to
You do?
getting your
All the
underwear?
time?
Do you really?
I did.
We did that in high school all the
We
time.
did that in summer camp. Dude, we had a technique. There's these guys that came up with this shit where you
It'll
take
take a
the
chunk.
whole
It'll take a
towel,
chunk. It'll take a
right,
chunk out of you.
and you roll it up like offset so that it starts out thick and it gets thin
Yeah,
as
thin-
you roll
it
it,
thins out. Yeah,
and you can lock it and it's like a whip.
yeah.
And it's got a handle on it. It's like this thick. And you dip that and you just swing like a baseball bat and you pull on it and it, dude,
Wow,
you
that
bleed.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
We made people
Good
bleed.
time at camp.
Sounds like a rat tail.
Well, I'm sorry.
Again, Matt and I
Connoisseur.
did not go to summer camp.
Mommy, can I not go to camp this year?
Was it Camp
You have
Northwest?
to
Was it
go.
Camp
I don't
Northwestern?
wanna get my
this
ass
is,
kicked
this
again.
is football camp at Northwestern.
That makes
Man,
sense.
dude. Listen, did you hear some of that stuff?
Yeah.
Did you? They made some of the black guys like have watermelon fights. Did you hear this?
No, I
I
didn't
didn't
hear
hear
that.
that.
They carved in. I guess this is what some guys in the gym were saying. I don't know if it's 100% true or not. They took the Spanish guys and they carved tacos into their head.
That's what that one guy said.
Yeah.
That Hispanic football player that's suing. He said they did that to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are your friends, right? These are your friends. What? I don't understand this. You're an adult man, and this is how you treat
Hey,
other
who needs
adult
enemies
men.
with friends like that, right?
Yeah, seriously.
That just
Teammates.
seems.
Well, they're not really adult men. They're like 19, 20-year-olds,
But
right?
what's
So,
with
I mean,
all the? I don't understand all the racist stuff. Football, there's a lot of different races that play. Why would you be so racist? I don't understand why
Right.
coaches would even let this stuff happen. And some of this stuff was by coaches.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They should have been watching Remember the Titans. You know, that was all about bringing the team together, different races, and
Every
working
time
together
we
as a
talk
team.
about football movies.
Remember the
That's-
Titans?
It's the only football movie he's ever seen.
Well, you know what? If,
and
if,
replacements.
if Pat Fitzgerald would have watched Remember the Titans, he'd still have a job.
Hey, can we get Pat on the show?
Well, I don't
He's
think he's
probably
talking.
not- yeah.
These days, I
Can
don't
we
think.
get somebody that's pretending to be him?
Listen,
on
when
the
he
show?
goes to a restaurant, and somebody asks what he orders, he probably has someone else say it for him because you know they're going to turn it into something really
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
like really bad. Yeah, I'm against it. I'm totally against it. All right, let's roll this thing together. Okay, I'm ready. Mark, are you ready?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not doing
Ted,
the intro.
are
I don't
you
know why
ready?
you're asking me.
Are you ready, Ted?
I got fired, Ted.
Ted's got his focus eyes.
What?
Jackie, do you see that
What is
face?
that?
That is
It means I don't have to answer that question.
okay, Pat Fitzgerald. All right, thank you
You
very
look
much.
like Lindsey Buckingham for a minute there.
Scary.
I like Lindsay. That's one of my favorite songs. There's a Lindsey Buckingham song. I Go Insane. I love that song. It's awesome. Okay, so number one, ladies and gentlemen,
Is that a Fleetwood Mac song?
Happy National Lemon Meringue Pie Day.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, I hate that
I don't
shit.
really like it.
Nope,
Is
nope,
that like
not a fan.
is that like key lime pie? I don't like that either.
Key lime pie is good.
Key lime pie
Oh.
is like lime.
Oh, lemon
and
meringue.
lemon
Yeah,
is
that's
And
like
lemon
that.
is like lemon. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Thanks.
don't like lemon meringue.
Jackie,
It's like the
if you could, just for today, just explain things that Ted misses.
Yeah.
Like when I say stop and he goes, could you explain what the
I'll
difference
talk
is?
to him like my preschoolers.
There you go. Excellent job.
slowly.
They are similar, Ted.
Wow, that's pretty
But
good.
lemon is made out of lemon.
Wow,
And
you know what?
lime is made out of
The level of
limes.
condescension is off the chart on this one. I'm
Man,
bummed.
you're gonna have to tag her in. It's like a tag team.
Yeah.
Like you start it,
Actually,
and she's
I
gonna
like
have
that.
to,
Do the-
finish it
Actually,
off.
I
Do
like-
the
I like
better
that.
explaining.
Explain to
'Cause
him.
I
yeah.
did understand what you said when you talk very slowly and very enunciate everything. It's like that actually works.
It
Even
does,
with adults, yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Ted,
And I felt it. I felt it was very non-threatening
Ted's
the way she
mesmerized
approached
right
it to me.
that thing you threw into the canyon was a cat, Ted, not a dog like you were supposed to. Yeah, terrible idea. All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Ron Pumpernickel, and this is the True Crime Joe Rogan Jeopardy Real Three Idiots podcast.
Oh, boy.
See, I got all those really popular things that people like in there.
Right.
With me, as always, is someone who was once kicked out of the Hells Angels for being the wrong kind of person, Teddy.
Hey there, happy Tuesday. It's good to be back for episode number 83, 84.
I can't believe you got that right. Damn it, I wish you would have stopped. 83.
Wow.
That's insanity. Wow. Absolute insanity. And to his military left, is a person best summed up in the phrase inadequately angry. Mark.
See, he took part of my intro. and
What?
Put a twist on it.
What did you say?
I said nautical north, and now you said
Oh,
military
you
left.
did.
Those are just words.
Your intro sucked.
Okay, but
We're not having a one-up contest, guys.
No,
It's just an
I'm
intro.
not. I'm very,
Hurt.
yeah, okay, we're one downing. And and my awesome little sister who brought a chocolate cake today.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the streak
Yes,
the streak
I
continues.
brought
83
cake.
shows.
That was yesterday.
83 shows, and no one has ever brought us a cake.
Didn't know you
Really?
wanted a cake. I thought you liked angel food cake.
It's cake. I mean, a cake is really just a gesture of I appreciate you. And
Oh, then
no
you
one-
should be giving me a cake.
Why should I give you a cake?
Because you asked me to come on the show, and I come on the show.
Oh, Mark, we're gonna need a cake.
All right.
All right, Ted.
Baker,
Ted, I couldn't even.
Square.
you-
Baker Square's open.
Chocolate
Give me
cake.
a cake.
Teddy, have you ever made a cake? Have you ever made any kind of dessert, and other than a Pop Tart?
I made a I made a really nice creme brulee one time. I'm lying. I never made anything.
was gonna say,
but you believe me.
what?
Look, you believe me for a second there. For a second there, he looked like it was going. Right? I think I nuked,
No,
I
Ted,
nuked something.
He didn't believe
How
you
about
for
we
a
just have
second.
Jack make us some brownies? He makes really
he
good brownies.
does.
Well,
Then
now-
we could all be thanked
Well, now
for
everybody
being
now
here.
everybody's making those THC brownies. I'm not.
I think Ted's already had some brownies.
saying shit.
Teddy,
but-
are you already changing the recipe?
no, I'm just saying. Like, it seems like every time somebody has a brownie, it's like I just had a brownie with THC infused. You know, that's the new.
Oh, that's
trend,
new.
right?
Putting pot in brownies.
Yeah, this brand just started
Just
happening in what
yeah.
2022. Yeah, you never heard of that, Mark? It's brand
No.
new. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a real new thing. All right,
Don't bogart that brownie,
CBN
man.
brownie.
all right, Teddy. I'm going to do our sponsor, and then Mark is going to sing an incredible song.
The best ever.
Yeah, he's not gonna sing the intro. He's just gonna sing the chorus. And then you have an.
That's what you should do. You should just sing an intro.
All right.
No, don't do it.
No, just
Don't
ki-
don't
just
give him
kidding.
don't give him any ideas.
Welcome
please.
to the show.
Oh,
And
Cut.
done. Again, first edit ever. Okay, here we go. How many times has this happened to you? You're walking down the street and a bad guy smashes you on the top of the head with a bat and takes your money. If you're like me, it happens all the time. Well, those days of headaches and being broke are a thing of the past. Introducing the Hard Hat, a baseball hat made from hardened steel that will protect your head not only from would-be thieves, but from all kinds of dangerous situations. You will never again have to worry about softball-sized hail, falling shoes, and even airplane parts that are constantly plummeting to the earth. The hard hat can look like your favorite team, college, or even sport a catchphrase from a famous narcissist who may be running for president. And don't worry, if you're a douchebag, the hard hat can be worn backwards and still offer full protection. Hard hat is available exclusively at Don's Hats and Vape Shops all across the country, or you can get it online at gethard.com.
Another vape shop combo.
No, this guy he has so many vape shops, and in different places, he just sells different things. It's pretty amazing.
You know, that reminds me of the we were watching Hard Knocks last night, and they have the practice helmets that
Oh yeah,
are
those,
all
yeah.
have all the padding all around them.
Oh yeah, for concussions.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't use them during the games.
That's what somebody just said the other day.
Yeah.
Because then them fellows would be sissies. Yeah.
But then they also would have their brains when they're 40 years old.
Well, I don't even know. The
My
jury's still
brain-
out on that if those even work. You know, I don't know.
I mean, if they're wearing them every day in practice.
Right. That somebody just said that the other day. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they wear them during the games? Why do they have to wear them during practice,
Right.
but not during the games? When the least amount of contact is happening, they're wearing them.
That does make sense. No, practice has more contact. That's why I said most of the concussions and stuff come from.
Really?
Yeah, because you're constantly hitting your head. It's not, it's over and over and over again for hours and hours and
because they're
hours.
drilling.
Every day.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
drilling,
Yeah. Teddy, could we get you one of those?
I always
For
see
the show?
No, don't you see
No,
those?
for just everyday
No, don't
life.
you see the infants? They have the little foam like helmets when they're babies. Like the parents put them on, so I
That's
guess
not
they don't.
for
Oh,
fall.
That's
Ted.
not for
But
falling.
no, but
for
it's the
shaping.
But it's
Oh,
the same.
Ted,
It's
what
because their
happened
heads
when
are
you were?
misshapen.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought
Like
that
if
was
they,
to protect
if
them
they
for.
lay on their back
Yeah.
too long, their
Oh.
head gets misshapen, so that reshapes.
Oh, see, I
their
thought that was
head.
in case they didn't
What?
have, they don't have the neck control as
No.
babies, so they bump their heads. Okay, so I didn't.
It's kind of because of no neck
That's
control,
why.
though,
That's why
because
your mom had you wear it, Ted. But yeah, for
like
most
they
of the
lay
people,
on their back and they
Yeah.
can't move their neck
Oh, I
That's
see.
why Ted
properly,
has
so they
no
end up
neck.
with like a dent in their head.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're kind of right.
I was I was in the ballpark.
Yeah.
This wasn't. I'm not trying to get into medical school. I'm just having a conversation. All right. I'm not taking
Oh,
the.
I'm gonna see-
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
taking the MCAT. All right.
I'm gonna get ripped on. I'm gonna get ripped on for this for picking on Teddy. Right now.
Yeah.
I am. I know this. I can already see it. Somebody's
There's
already
an-
typing in Instagram. There's Matt being a dick again to Ted.
There's another check
Yeah.
mark.
Poor Ted.
Another show.
Yeah. All right,
Woe
Marquise.
is Ted.
Yeah. Let's hear that song, man.
Give me a ticket for a Ted tip. Ain't got time to take an acid trip. Lonely days are gone. Teddy's never home. A letter just wrote me a letter. I don't care how long this tip is gonna take. Ted's got to get back and try to stay awake. Lonely days are gone. Teddy's never home. A listener just wrote him a letter. Well, she wrote Ted a letter and said she couldn't live without his tips no more. Listen, Teddy, can't you see I got to get back to my normal place now? Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for a Ted tip. Ain't got time to take an acid trip. Lonely days are gone. Teddy's never home. A listener just wrote him a letter.
Wow.
A listener just wrote him a letter.
Oh, there's more. That was good. That's good. Yeah.
Man, that is really
That was
good.
really
That was a
good.
good one. Yeah. Yeah.
See, and
Came to me in the shower today.
I don't
Well,
know
Not
how
you,
to
Matt.
respond.
Not you,
Yeah,
Matt, the
I don't
song.
know how
Was
to-
that why you
okay.
were fully lathered up, or was that pre-lathering?
That's a vision. It's a vision.
Ted-
Let's just soak that one in,
Loofah,
folks.
little loofah.
That was a good
actually.
one, Mark.
Thank
That,
you.
yeah, that was
Very
really
good
good.
song.
Yeah, and Teddy, you're
The
drinking.
box tops.
Bravo.
We want everybody to know Ted is drinking.
Bravo.
Teddy's
Yeah, but
drinking.
you know what? I was watching him when we started, and he opened that Mickey's. It was just from last week,
Thought it was lemon juice.
and it does look like one of those big lemon juice bottles. It
Ted
totally
just
does.
slamming lemon juice.
And when Jackie said that, he goes to take a sip, and he made like a lemon juice face. Like, is it already bad, Ted?
No, it's good.
No,
Okay.
it's terrible. It's Mickey's Big Mouth. That's. I mean,
Skunky.
thank God. Yeah, thank God we'll never have
Think you
them
got
as
some
sponsors,
skunky
but-
beer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Budweiser commercial. Remember the Budweiser commercials back in the day? They had like the Born on Day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the guy called the hotline. He goes, "I think I got some skunky beer." It was like that was before Budweiser ruined their brand
Yeah, they made that sour.
by making bad
By having the
business
three
decisions.
frogs. I don't like frogs. I don't like frogs. Yeah, that bothered
Didn't
me.
they have the "I love you, man" commercial? The guy's like always trying to get his Bud Light. He goes, "I love you, man."
Hey, that's our guy,
We got to get that guy on the show.
Who?
Bill Lindsay.
I love you,
Oh,
man. The
yeah,
I love you,
He
man.
wrote
guy.
those.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's his. If he doesn't want to be on the show, he doesn't want to be on the show.
Nah,
I
I
mean,
just
what can you
talked
do?
to him last week.
Oh yeah,
You can go on Harry and Meghan Markle's show.
that'd be so great. I wonder.
We're here to bore you to death, sir.
I would have to listen just to see how many people they got that turned me down. Like,
Well, they're not doing
absolutely
it, I
not.
guess.
Oh, they're just not going to do it.
I guess
Well,
not, right?
you know
Ted?
what? We'll just have them be on our show then. Yeah, they can just. Oh, that can be like a weekly thing. They can just come on and talk.
Do you,
Stuff
you know them, right,
that they would
Jackie?
talk.
Call them.
I do,
Jackie will
yeah.
drop a dime for
I
us.
think they live over by the Park Ridge Theater.
yeah,
You know?
by the vape shop.
Right by Don's vape,
By-
pants and
by
vape shop.
yes.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, Teddy, are you ready for your tip?
Yes.
All right. Have you thought about this one?
Briefly.
That's what I thought. Okay. Dear Ted, we desperately need your help. My parents want to move in a house right by where my husband and I just moved. We don't want that. We purposefully moved away from them. How can I stop them and not make them feel bad? You have to help us. we
I have to, or
Sorry, we are not ruling out poison or hitmen, but you really can't trust either one. We need a better solution. Abigail, 33, Wisconsin. I left my town out just in case we go with something extreme.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You know, on a side note, I'm reading about all these failed hitman stories. They're great. I'm gonna have to tell you about one later today. So anyway, long story short.
Is that like an Alabama story? Because I'm going to
No.
go with a no on
No,
that
this is a Bahama story. But anyway,
You know. Before you get started, I didn't realize how many people don't want to be around their parents, and I'm just happy that my kids love me.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they love me. But
They
yeah,
do.
yeah, it's really weird. Okay, so go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that just freaked me out.
So I'm a little flummoxed by this tip because there's really no right answer for it because you're really talking about so the woman's parents, the wife and her husband, she said her parents want to move nearby, so she didn't say next door, she said nearby, so that could just be
Probably walking distance.
Down
I'm
the- yeah.
assuming like down
Yeah,
the block.
I felt like neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
felt like
walking
yeah,
distance.
so-
Yeah.
so obviously when she said she was trying to get away from them, so I'm getting a stalking vibe, I'm getting a restraining order vibe, but obviously you're not going to
From
do
your
that.
parents?
Yeah, but because it sounds
In
like
the
they're-
history of the world, how many
purposely-
restraining orders
No,
from
I mean,
parents
not
have
gonna-
come up?
actually, but there are
Probably more than we think.
But there are
yeah.
cases of kids legally divorcing their parents. You ever heard about that, right? They actually went to court to legally divorce their
Sure.
parents. That's that's
Wait,
another
how
topic.
can you divorce someone who's your mom and dad?
You can become like emancipated.
Emancipated minor, yeah, like you basically disown your parents, sort of like
Like
through
a
legal
proclamation
process.
or something?
There's a word for it.
Declaration
I
of
thought it was emancipation.
Maybe it is,
I
yeah.
think it is.
yeah. Anyway, that's a topic for another
I think
time.
they would have mentioned if there was some kind of a restraining order.
Well, I'm just
kind of
I'm just
thing
making a
going
lot of assumptions,
Right.
because
Oh,
the
you're just gonna
tips-
assume?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I make
you-
a lot. That's my job is to make a
Okay.
lot of assumptions. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
anyway, so long story short, number one, the bad news is you really can't stop them because it's a free country. So I mean, obviously, if they could afford the house, and
Is it
happens
really
to
a
be
free country, Ted?
Well, I mean, for some, not it's freer for some than there are others.
Okay,
But let's just assume for the sake of this tip, it's they're free to move wherever they want, and they're
yeah,
not,
but
they're not
they
gonna
need
be,
a way to discourage them.
right discourage them. Okay, you can obviously the first thing to do is have a sit down with them and just not coerce them, but just strongly recommend that
Coerce?
they would prefer if they were not living in the vicinity.
So it is like a true sit down,
Oh,
like
no.
a mafioso thing you're saying.
Hey, Mom,
Yeah.
Dad, why
You
don't
gotta
you
sit down.
Hey, why don't you have a seat? Mark, why don't you stand right behind my folks and, yeah, go ahead and why don't you sharpen your knives and
You're-
just, yeah.
you're gonna
go
give
ahead.
you're giving an offer they can't refuse, right? Okay.
So you say to them, remember how we used to live really close to you and then we moved away?
Remember how much that sucked for us?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember how much
and
I
how
hated
happy
that?
we are now?
Yeah. And you could give scenarios like, hey, we promise to visit you on the major holidays or just something if they really need to be next to her, next to them that badly.
Oh, so you kind of throw some like some
yeah, throw them a bone. Yeah, give them some
Oh, okay.
incentivize them. Because if you go scorched earth and shut them down, then they have no choice. So it's like a 2-year-old. You got to give a 2-year-old 2 choices. You give a 3-year-old 3 choices. So you got to think of your parents like a 3-year-old. You got to give them choices.
So you throw them maybe like a Thanksgiving and
Yeah,
Christmas
just say,
bonus.
we'll
Yeah.
invite you over for we'll fly you in from wherever you are, on us, and it's like a bribe. Basically we'll say, hey, wherever you are, as long as in their mind, as long as you're not near us. Yeah, so you're living on the opposite coast or hundreds of miles away. We'll fly you in every either Christmas or Thanksgiving that year. We'll rotate it on our dime. You can stay with us for that weekend, and yeah, so obviously that's an option. So you're kind of bribing them in a way. Okay, so
That is so insane
Yeah.
to think that you have to bribe your parents.
you know what?
To not live.
You ever
by
been to Southeast Asia? You got to bribe everybody. Okay, so some of these foreign countries, you got to bribe. I mean, everything's bribery, or it's called tipping, but it's really bribing. The police.
Wait, am I
officials.
bribing the waitress when she brings me my beer?
Yeah. Please let me stay longer.
No, but I'm saying there are cultures where
to leave.
there are
Don't
cultures
report
where
me.
yeah, it's not really it's like tipping sort of, but it's really not tipping. It just depends on the situation. But that's a tip for
Well,
another
tipping
time.
is in Asia.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're tipping everybody.
No, I mean
in
it's a
certain-
city in China.
I thought the Nile was a river in Egypt.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's
So a little bribery. A little
yeah,
bribery.
a little bribery. Incentivize them. Incentivize them not to move. Okay, assuming that doesn't work, and they, they're hell bent on moving to your area. Now it says so. It doesn't sound like they're going to be next door neighbors, but they're in the vicinity. So let's assume it's in walking distance to them. You could do three things.
Let's assume that.
Please say poison. Please say
No.
poison.
You want to set some boundaries. Just like you talk in therapy, right? That's the watchword in therapy. Like we have to set boundaries. So the boundary could be, you can't come to our house unannounced. You can't come, these days of the week. I mean, you could do
Monday,
that. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, Thursday's good. I'm usually out of town.
Yeah. So we're not going to do mowed and electrified fence. So we're not going to
Thursday
do
we
that.
need you to watch the kids. So
Yeah.
Thursday you can come over.
Now you could, I mean, just in a roundabout way, if you have to go a little bit, Viet Cong on them, I guess you could have dogs. You could have it's like they're dog lovers, so you have dogs where nobody wants to come to your house, or you could have like a large
Yeah,
private.
but Teddy, I mean, they don't even want him to move there. So you're talking about coming to visit. How do they get him not to move into their, say, town or whatever?
Well, that goes back to my first part of my tip, which is like you want to incentivize them. Just say, hey, if you could be so kind as to not come near us. We won't
poison you.
We'll do this. We'll do this for you. Yeah, we'll fly in, or we'll pay all expenses paid on us every major like Thanksgiving or
Okay,
Christmas.
but I'm just going to
Why
play
don't they
devil's
just
advocate.
lie? Why don't they just lie and say, you guys shouldn't move here because we're moving in a year. We're not going to live here.
That's a good tip.
We're moving.
That's a good
We're
tip.
only going to stay here for
We-
2 years.
we hate it
tops.
here.
As a matter of fact, we're putting our house up for sale tomorrow. And just string them on for years. I thought you were moving.
Yeah.
Well, this happened and that
Inspection
happened.
fell
But I wouldn't
through.
move here because we're not going to be here. Why would you move next door? We're like moving in 6 months.
You could say that. You
the
could say
ghosts, the crime ghosts. Yeah, it's incredible.
Do you like ghosts
Yeah.
who commit crime? Because there's a lot of that here.
Both of our neighbors' houses were hit by asteroids.
You
I mean, we're out of here.
You can say there's
And
rust.
hemorrhoids.
There's rust in the water, like Flint, Michigan, or something. You could say you could make stuff up. So
Oh, so just make up stories about like what's going on.
There's pesticides.
There you go.
everywhere.
See, now you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Just lie.
But assuming they do,
Just lie.
But assuming they do move in, obviously, because like I said, it is a free country, and if they can afford the home in the area,
Ted, there is no move in. They need them to stop.
Okay, well-
we're not. You're giving up. These people. Abigail does not want them there. So you can't once they're there, it's over.
no, it's not. No, it's not
she's
over.
screwed.
No, it's not over. That's called Plan B. So if they are there, I'm just saying. So we gave first. So Mark gave some good suggestions. The incentivization part where you sit them down and kind of coerce them in a nice way, like, hey, if you do this, we'll do this for you. Hey, you could even write it in a contract. You could even make it a written offer to them. Just say, hey, we'll honor this. We'll honor this agreement. Think it kind of like Kevin Costner.
How insane would that be to
like
give
Kevin,
a written offer to your parents?
Kind of like Kevin
okay, so
Costner's
this
prenuptial.
outlines
Kevin Costner's prenuptial.
you not moving within 200 miles, and I need you to initial there. And then this one says you're going to stop calling. I mean, this is bullshit. The calls, we don't even have a house phone, okay? So you're going to do that. And I don't know who showed you how to Skype, but that's out too. Yeah, that's
Next thing
done.
you know, mom and dad come back with a contract saying, here's all the things that I paid for you your whole entire life. I would like that paid back.
Oh man, this could turn out really okay. So Abigail needs to think about this because this could come back and bite her in the ass pretty bad.
Is Skype even a thing?
I don't know, man.
I think it's done. It's like a fax machine.
FaceTime. I mean, what?
You could fax
No
some
more
letters.
faxes. Okay, no more faxes either. Let's get that in there.
Skype still exists, I think, in some capacity.
I just read a book where there was a guy who was a hypnosis, and he was able to hypnotize people
Not real.
into doing what they needed to, what he wanted them to
Yeah.
do. Maybe they could be hypnotized
It
into
is
not
it
wanting
is a
to.
form of therapy or something like that. We're supposed to have Bibic on, right?
Yeah. I'm getting in touch with him. Don't worry.
Oh, you never have.
I'm gonna,
Dude,
man.
you were
I-
gonna be.
I
You're
sent-
out of your mind.
I sent. It's.
He would have come on. He would have been on with Jackie today. He lives right here.
In my basement.
Over by the Pickwick.
Everybody's over there, right by Abigail.
Right by
Abigail, good
Abigail.
news. You have a hypnotist, a guy who does hypnosis right by your house. Okay? And, well, she's close. If she's in Wisconsin, maybe he can just zip over there. She can invite
There
the
you go.
parents over for, Thanksgiving. He can zip over, have a little turkey, hypnotize the parents, and be like, Mom and Dad, you still want to move here? No, we really don't. We don't like it here. We'd like to go to Nebraska. Excellent. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's an option.
or like I said, assuming that they're moved in before the parents want to come, you can say, "Oh, this place is actually not as good as we thought." And like Mark said, "Hey, we're probably only going to stay here for a couple of years because we just just make some stuff
Right.
up." And so you could just
It's a loser deal.
Yeah, the chimpanzees are everywhere.
we bought a house that's on a den of snakes.
Den of snakes.
Ooh, that would keep me away.
Somebody did in Idaho. They bought a house. It was like a foreclosed house, and they noticed like this little gardener snake in their bathroom. And it turned out the house was actually built on a nest of snakes, and the house was like infested. It was one of those HBO shows, Infested, where it's like rats
what?
or cockroaches or something.
That's a show?
Yeah, it's called Infested. It was not on HBO, but just like one of those cable shows. I don't think it's on anymore. It's like where Hoarders, remember
You
Hoarders?
mean it's
Yeah,
on, it's
yeah.
on, it's on Max?
Like Discovery or something.
Yeah,
like that.
So the
It's on
people,
Max.
they wake up one day and there's like a mouse, and then they come back next day. There's two, and then there's three, and then they find out that this actually happened. So somebody built a mansion, like a really nice house, and there were rats in the attic. And it turned out the contractor that built the house, the sewer pipe was actually leading to like whatever, like the main, like like the main like road or something, where like the rats could just. It was literally like a pipeline where the rats could just get in to their house. It wasn't like capped off or anything. Yeah, and it was just like, and they couldn't figure it out for the longest. So picture like a multi-million-dollar house that's literally infested with.
So she
Rats.
prints up that story, right? And then says it's her house.
Right.
And then
right.
then they're out. Okay. So Abigail, you have a lot of options right here that hopefully will help you to make your parents
Or
Just
fi- yeah,
so
find-
you have a rat snake house.
Yeah, find out what the parents.
rat
Find out what the main
snake,
weakness
you
is. Like
dirty
if the
rat.
wife, if the mother or the father-in-law are afraid of like whatever. That's what you say. That's what you go
Yes.
with. Yeah.
There you go.
Whatever their phobia is, you find out what that is, and you go with that.
I like the way your tip has evolved. I think this
evolved.
is very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
After
It's like a group tip.
some
Yeah.
minor
Yeah.
criticism, I did have to amend that.
Well,
tip
your
a little
very
bit.
first thing was just have a sit down.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
true. Have a sit
We
down.
should-
Ted, if honesty,
Just
Ted, if
talk to
honesty
the
worked,
people.
Ted, if honesty worked, no one would ever send us a tip.
Oh, I didn't say
No
be
one
honest.
would
I didn't say
ever
be honest
ask.
with them. You can lie to them, but just sit them down. When you do it.
I want to sit down and have an honest conversation with you.
It's so funny when you sent that tip out, because that 2 days before that, my barber told me a story about how his in-laws, they used to live on the same block, and his father-in-law would come over every morning, like unannounced. The doorbell would just ring. They lived in an apartment upstairs, and every morning he's like, "I'm getting ready for work," and the doorbell rings. It's my father-in-law.
Hey, what's going on here, buddy?
And he would let him up, and this started, and he would let him up, and he's like, I'm getting ready. He's like, okay, and he would sit down and want some coffee, and he's like starting to get ready for work, and his wife's already gone and stuff, and this was happening every single day. So he had a conversation with his wife. He's like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? She's like, don't answer the door. He's like, but he knows we're home. He sees the car downstairs,
Move the
Yeah, and then
car.
if he walks out,
Move the car
if
and
the
then go back
guy's
and-
standing there as he
Oh,
walks
true,
out for,
So then
for
he's like,
work,
so then he was like, well, he's like, the next day he's like, hey, I came over. You guys were home, but you didn't. Oh, I was in the shower. And then it was like he was so
nice.
he's like, I was going to work. I was in the shower, and then that eventually he ran out of excuses, and then he said his father-in-law would come over and nobody would answer the door. Then he would leave a note on the car, and he's like, he wasn't coming over for anything specifically. He was just like lonely. He was just coming over to hang out.
But that's like the
And
worst time to come over when you're
I
getting ready to
know.
go to work.
Every-
like
it was
you're
like- it was
got
like
your
every
routine
morning.
And you're busy you're
It's
getting
like
ready to
every
leave.
morning, and then he said that he would come over and act like he needed something, like, hey, can I borrow this or that? And he's like, oh yeah, and then he would just hang out, and then he's like, finally they said to
just
move.
poisoned him.
They just No, he's like, we had to move, man. We
They
couldn't.
thought about the
He's
poison.
like, we love him to death.
Jackie, I know you're
but
really busy, but
Holy crap,
you
they had
just
to
can't-
move.
Yeah, he's like,
Jackie,
we
I know you're
moved.
busy, but I want to talk about this timeshare. It's only going to take about an
Yeah,
hour and a
right,
half, so you
exactly.
just have a little time.
Oh my God!
Let me.
Wow. See, yeah, Ted, you can't get to that. So Abigail, go scorched earth. Okay, yeah. All the terrible, stupid things that we said, try all of them, because that is the last thing you would ever
Now
want.
remember the Viet Cong dug all those tunnels? I want you to start digging tunnels and just pop up and just
Just a sneak out. Yeah. Did you add an extra door? No.
Ro-
No, we did not. No, we
like
did
Al
not.
Capone's secret vault when there was nothing in there.
No, that was just a way for Al Capone. See, that now I understand it. When Geraldo was looking
Yeah,
at his
remember he
vault,
went down
it
there?
was just so
It's just an
Al
escape.
Capone
It's
could
just
get
an
away
escape.
from his father-in-law, and he didn't
Yeah,
have to listen.
that's all it was.
Oh, it makes now perfect sense. You don't want anything in there. You want to be able to run through there in the dark as fast as you can away from. Okay,
That was
makes
like
sense.
live TV that just completely bombed.
I love that.
Yeah,
That was one of the
that
greatest
was
things of
awesome.
all time. Everyone loves that thing. Okay, I need to know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Are you ready?
Yes.
In Florida, high school students are not allowed to read the entire book of Romeo and Juliet.
The entire book.
They cannot. They can only read parts of the book. Please guess why they are not allowed to read the entire book.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the story, but don't they commit suicide at the end of the book? Is that what it is?
That is not one of the reasons. That's what I thought too. Immediately, that's what I thought.
Well,
Like there was suicide in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. No. It's in Florida now.
Was there
Oh.
like some kind of biracial
Because
interaction?
because they're under
Ooh,
because they're
you are getting
because they're
closer.
underage.
Yep, there was. You ready for this? Implied, and not even underage. Implied premarital sex between the two characters. So the kids in high school. I want you to think about this. The kids in high school are not allowed to read that part of the book
Okay.
anymore because it would corrupt them. It would corrupt their ideals.
We read that in high school. I read that.
And
Look at you now.
who was the censor in that?
Corrupt
The,
as
chur- the
hell.
church, the church lady. How about Satan?
Dude, I
Is
could.
the church lady the consultant for the Florida high school education
I have
system?
no idea, but I
This
want
is
you
out
to
of
think
fucking
about.
control. I'm not
Yeah,
even
that's-
joking.
I mean, how many books?
I
how
can't
many
wait
books
till
have
all these
implied
people
anything?
that are doing this are just gone.
Wait.
no
Yesterday,
longer relevant.
I heard this thing that so Mike Huckabee put out. I think it was either a book or something on the internet. It's a guide. It's a child's guide to anti-socialism. So he's trying
Oh,
to
my
teach
goodness.
children how to go against socialism. Mike Huckabee.
Wait, but
He's a
socialism,
politician.
like socializing,
I mean,
or like the
no, like the-
concept of government, a socialistic
A
government.
socialistic government. So a guide for children.
Oh yeah, because kids make changes.
Right.
Yeah,
So like for little kids, not high school kids or anything.
Could
Just
you
for
even-
like 6-year-olds.
the kids can't even read, and they're gonna try to understand what a socialist government is. This one where like everybody helps everybody? Yes, and you see how shitty that is.
Well,
Don't you see
Well,
it?
it's easy to teach kids about socialism. Here's what you do. So this kid works hard for this. Okay, now you got 3 of this. Okay, so we're going to take one of them away from you and give it to the kid who just was been sleeping and playing with himself all day, and so now he's got one too. That's what socialism is. Okay, does that make you
Wait,
feel
is
good?
socialism where you
see
charge
Roger beating
everybody?
off in the corner?
Yeah.
He's as rich as you are now.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. So lesson over. See, what's the big deal?
You and Mike Huckabee teaching against socialism.
Oh man, but you know what the problem is? These people aren't going to go away.
Yeah.
They're like for every adult like who has these crazy things. There's like a group. They have like high school groups of kids who follow along with these things. I mean, there's kids that every day wear the shirts like. MAGA shirts and Brandon and all that kind of stuff. They're high school
Yeah,
kids.
it's
I
a
mean,
fad,
where are they
man.
getting it from?
As soon as
though?
this fat ass goes to jail, it's going to be over.
I don't know. Maybe soon in Georgia.
Maybe
don't know.
the RICO case.
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, those groups are. That's why. I mean, you guys heard about this thing in I think it was Ohio where they voted. They wanted to have was it Section 1 or referendum number 1, and they wanted to make it so that they needed 60% of a popular vote to change their constitution, the state constitution, and all the special interest groups wanted this, and they wanted it for one special reason. It would make it harder for regular people like us to change the state constitution. And I'll show you why it's hard. That's the thing. It's easy for special interest groups to pay off a small amount of people. Think about it. I think in Ohio there's only 99 senators. So all you have to do is bribe over half or lobby over half of those people to get whatever you want. I want you to think about that. 50 people. If you can pay 50 people, bribe 50 people, you can stop abortion, you can make prayer legal in school, you can do all those things. If the regular people vote, well, most people don't want to stop all those things. They don't want to not have abortion. It's like, okay, if a woman wants to do that, that's fine. I don't like it, but I'm not going to tell everybody else what to do. So it makes them stop doing this, and it makes it easier for special interest groups and the government, those people we elect who are supposed to do what we want, but they don't, to change things for them.
Yeah, but that's our fault. Because, like I said, the politicians are not rock stars. They're supposedly, in theory, do the will of the people. So if they're not, you could do a referendum and vote them. Well, you should be able to vote them out. But unfortunately, you're not going to get that type of organization among the masses because people are just they're just worried about their own life, so they don't have the time or the inclination to literally be hyper focused on that one event. Yeah, but technically, if a politician's doing the not doing the will of what the majority of the people want, they should be voted out. And like in California, a lot of people don't like the politics, they don't like the homelessness, they don't like the taxes, so they vote with their feet and they just leave. That's what they're doing. They leave.
Oh man, I saw
So New
some
York,
stuff.
New York's lost a lot of their population. LA's lost a lot of their population. So yeah, so sometimes the best way to vote is just vote with your feet and just leave it behind. I'm not going to pay taxes into something.
Or petition to make that part of the state another state.
Right.
The Greater Idaho, the Greater California movement. Hey, look, it's possible. I told you what that guy said, Mike McCarter. I told you, he said, one way or another, we're going to be part of Idaho. That was just a really weird.
Yeah.
And I didn't get. I mean, because it was
Let's
was
talk
just
to him
such
in
a.
10 years. See how he feels about it. He's still working on this. He's
Well,
like,
I mean, I think he's an older fella.
I
I mean,
know.
somebody's going to have to take that up and change things up. I don't know how that works. Okay, weird or not weird? Michigan mom on trial, okay, for co-signing to buy her son guns.
How old is her son?
He's in his 20s. I'm going to say 25, 26.
co-sign. How do you co-sign to buy a gun?
I guess so. I should probably give you some background. Number one, he's been in and out of mental institutions.
Okay.
He threatened to murder the governor of Michigan. He threatened to murder the president of the United States. The mom is actually physically scared of him. Let's see.
And she's co-signed for a gun for him?
Yeah.
Well, it's not even weird. It's just
Yeah.
Common sense.
immoral.
yeah.
Yeah.
She says his therapy that he's been going to since he's been in and out of institutions isn't working. And she co-signed for him for a gun, and now she's on trial and says she didn't do anything wrong.
Did he end up hurting someone?
No, but he's not. He wasn't allowed to own a gun. He did. As soon as he got the guns, that's when he threatened to murder the governor,
And the president
and the
and-
president.
It's hard to do that without the guns.
But here's actually a real
slap,
case.
slap fights and wedgie. Well, we know what atomic
Atomic
wedgie. You don't need a
wedgie.
gun. You just
Yeah,
wedgie.
you're
some-
right.
So in Highland Park, that kid who shot 7 people during the July 4th parade last year, his father is on trial
Yep.
for basically sponsoring his FOID card from 3 years ago because I guess he was, even though he wasn't institutionalized, he was threatening
He threatened everybody.
everybody. Yeah. So
he
and then
actually
the father
threatened to kill multiple people
yeah.
in his school.
and then the father
multiple
and the
times.
father helped him get the FOID card, which led to the gun. So now this guy's actually on trial.
Yeah.
So
and he says he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, so the answer is not weird because there's some precedent for that. So you got to use some common sense. Even though what they did wasn't maybe technically illegal, it's extremely poor judgment. And why would you do that? You know?
Why would you give Why would you give someone who's clearly
mentally-
crazy?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and what would be the
A
chances
gun.
that
What's
he
the
didn't
purpose of
kill
the gun?
you?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, as she said, she came back and said that she's afraid of him. She's physically afraid of him. He lives in a house. She's physically afraid of him.
I'm afraid of
Yet
my
she bought a gun.
son, so the best thing to do is get him a gun.
Yeah, help him get a
The
gun.
wo-
yeah.
That's I was like doing poetry.
actually, it was the woman in
it's a haiku.
I don't know what state it is, but the woman, I guess her 6-year-old, took her loaded gun to school and shot the first grade teacher.
Yeah,
we
so
just
she
saw it,
she
yeah.
just pled guilty to basically
That's what
child
we talked about that.
Being
That
a
was-
dipshit?
I just
yeah.
saw that today.
So she's going to get about probably get like 2 years in prison, but she pled guilty, because the kid took the gun, shot the teacher, and the kid obviously is a little psychopath. has
You know
no
that
remorse,
teacher is
so.
suing this.
Yeah, good for
for
her.
like
state-
$40 million,
$40
I
million
think.
And here's the
dollars.
funny thing that school
doesn't make any sense.
That
Well,
school,
they were told that this kid
Yeah, but
had a
why
gun.
40? I'm not going to give her 40
'Cause that's
million
what her
bucks.
That's
attorneys
one.
told
That's
her.
the show we talked about where they checked his backpack. And
yeah,
all
they checked.
that.
I think they have like metal detectors and they checked the backpack and they couldn't find the gun.
Yeah, we,
You know what?
find out
I will
what
tell
gun.
you right now, and Jackie knows this. 6-year-olds are way smarter than you think. yeah, they can hide all sorts of stuff. I mean, I can't tell you how many kids, 6-year-olds, meth, crack, fentanyl. That's where it
They
started.
sound like they're good drug
It
mules.
started. It started in grammar schools because it was so easy for them to hide it.
Well,
They're just so
well,
much smarter.
You know what criminals do when they go to rob a bank? They send in the underage kid because if the kid gets busted, they'll treat him like a juvenile, so they won't get the max sentence. They'll be out by the time they're 21. So
that's what all these carjackings
just
and
FYI.
stuff are. They're all underage kids.
What?
Yeah, all these carjackings and everything happen around Chicago
Yeah.
and the body shops and the car dealers. Where
When you
they're-
say underage, you take it saying like 16,
no,
15.
they're like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
yeah, but now a lot of these people with these legal conceal and carry, are taking matters into their own hands and basically taking like I said, so when I think there's been a couple of cases in Chicago where the guy who's going to be about to be robbed, takes out a gun. And it's funny, there was a case I think a few months ago where I think they're like 14 and 15-year-olds approach this guy in the middle of the day. Guy takes out a gun, shoots the one guy, little the other kid drives away. Of course, crashes the car. That he's a stolen car they're driving because he doesn't have a license. And I think the one kid breaks his leg and the other kid's shot. And they both get arrested. So that's good. So that was a feel good story. So
That's
Two kids were just playing with a gun. I think that was on like yesterday's or today's news. Two kids, like 8-year-olds, were playing with a gun, and one of them shot the other one. I don't know I can't remember if the kid died or not, which is sad that I can't remember that. But like I guess the gun was just like laying around in the house, and so the kids were playing around with it. And
I leave. Yeah, when the kids were little, I kind of encouraged them to play with guns. Yeah. Well,
But they're smarter than you, so they said no.
Yeah.
I found Ted some balls. These are for Ted, I take it?
Yeah. Don't put those up there. All they're gonna do is Oh my God, I'm gonna yeah. It's colored. Ted's not an adult man, so he plays with colored golf balls. Yeah, that's the gag I use all the time. When I'm working at the golf course, my boss is like, "Do we have any more yellow golf balls?" And I'm like, "I think all the adult men are playing today, so we don't need any. Yeah, they just play with white golf balls." Yeah. Okay.
Well, Ted, he causes like mass confusion if all of a sudden he switches to a white ball.
Yeah.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Well, I was playing the other day, and so one of the guys we were playing with was using a yellow ball, and I'm like, well, I don't want to use a yellow ball too, so I switched. And then finally, I just gave it. I'm like, I'm gonna use it anyway. I'll use a different yellow ball.
Yeah. You're so
It's
used to
easier
it.
to see.
Yeah.
What about the ones I gave you?
Yeah, I still have the sleeve of that. Thank
Okay.
you. I'm gonna use those. That's gonna be my hole-in-one ball, Mark.
The blue one. Yes, let's do it.
No.
The orange one.
Hole in one
No,
talk.
that's bullshit. Okay, are you guys ready with movie plots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we said that everything is just like
The
some
same.
kind of
It's
bullshit.
very predictable.
Yeah,
predictable.
super. So I said, could you come up with a good movie that you could pitch that someone would actually make?
Yes, but not today. So we're gonna listen to your plot.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't
Ted.
have one because I was relying
Well,
on you.
mine is
I said everybody have one, Ted.
Oh, I'll have one next week.
we're not doing it next week. Oh my God, it's so hard. Okay, Mark, did you do your homework?
I did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
left
please
it-
go
I
to the
left it
board?
at home though. But I do. So
Your dog ate it.
So here's mine, and this isn't something that I just thought of because Matt asked us to. It's something I thought of a long time ago as a joke. So mine is not like you're talking about. Mine's not really. Mine's original, but it's based off a very popular movie.
Okay.
But it's a completely different movie, but using the same characters.
If you come up with Batgirl, I am going to be
No.
very upset.
So my story.
Supergirl.
Spider Girl.
So my story is about a fighter. Okay, his name's Rocky. All right. It is. It's a take on Rocky. So it's basically, in a nutshell, here's how. I won't bore you, Matt, because this is going to go on.
Okay.
But, okay, so my story is, so Rocky, the whole movie, the beginning of the movie, he's going to fight Apollo, right, for the heavyweight championship. They're giving an average Joe a shot at the title, right?
Okay, wow.
So
So
he's-
far it sounds really good. You
so-
could probably win an Academy Award for this
So
one.
he signs a contract, and in the contract there's a clause: if some way the fight doesn't happen because of Apollo, then he gets like $10,000, and then it's over.
Okay.
So Rocky trains, he builds up, he's gonna fight Apollo, and 1 week before the fight, Apollo breaks his hand, and it's so bad he's got to retire. So they give him the $10,000, and Rocky never becomes any more famous than he did up to that point. So he decides with the $10,000 he's going to go buy that dog, Butkus, from the pet store. So he goes to the pet store. What's so funny? This is good. It gets really good.
I hope so.
So he goes to the pet store and he buys Butkus, and Adrian's crying, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Well, the owner of the pet store died, and no one wants to take it over, so it's going to close, and I'm going to be out of a job." He's like, "Well, how much do they want for the business?" And she's like, $10,000.
$10,000.
he's like,
$9,999.
So I'll buy it, and you know what you're doing, so you could run it. And she's like, "Well, I don't know how to run the business, but I could work here." And he's like, "That's fine." So he buys the pet store.
2 years later, it goes under.
No, it gets better.
I
And
hope
her
so.
brother Paulie, who's an alcoholic working in the meat factory, whatever, the butcher's factory, right?
Oh my God, they make meat out of dogs.
He's actually a really smart guy. He's like Barney from The Simpsons. So he's working there, and he loses his job, and instead of going like AWOL or going off the deep end, he checks into rehab, and he gets sober. So he's like in the Betty Ford clinic this whole time. Well, these guys got the pet store, and because Rocky became kind of famous, everyone found out that he owns a store, and it's called like Rocky's Petco or something like that. So they were doing really well, and they sold a lot of shit.
how did he become famous if he only just?
Because the
Got
whole
one.
build-up. He remember he said
Oh, the build-up.
the whole build-up.
Okay.
Like he was training, he was doing all the promos and everything. Everybody knew Rocky
So
was going to
he's-
fight Apollo.
So he still punches the meat.
Yeah, this all happened like 1 week before the fight was supposed to happen. So
Okay.
it all right before the fight.
Is there a culminating kind
Yeah,
of?
so
okay.
so then Paulie gets out of
'Cause I already
rehab and he's
changed
clean and
channels 3
sober.
times.
He's clean and sober, and Rocky and Adrian need help with the pet store. And it turns out he's really smart. He's like a CPA or whatever, so he takes over and helps him with the business. And then because Mick put Mick the trainer, he put all of his effort into training Rocky, put all his eggs in one basket, thinking Rocky's going to win.
That's right,
And then
Rocky.
I'm going to be, I'll be able to. So he neglected everything else in his training facility, and he just focused on Rocky. Well, his business went out. So he went out of business. So he comes into the pet store one day, and he's like, just putzing around, and Mick's like, yeah, I lost my business. And at the same time, some people come back with some of their dogs, and they're like, hey,
Dog
listen.
fighting.
They're listen.
Yes. I see where you're going with
So
this.
they're like,
okay, I
listen,
see it.
But these dogs, they're out of control. I don't know how to train them. And Mick's like, I could train your dogs for you. I used to be a dog trainer before
So he's like
I trained
he's like the
boxers.
dog whisperer. He's like
Yes.
the Cesar Romero.
So so that's what I was gonna say. So one guy's like, really? And he's like, yeah, watch, sit, and the dog sits, and he's like, roll over. The dog rolls over.
Is
He's
Rocky
like,
doing this too?
No. So Rocky's like, Mick, we got all this influx of money. We sold everything here, and Paulie's gonna help us rebrand and all this, and we could use you. We could open a training facility in the back. So then they got so much money, they bought out the rest of the businesses, and they opened a massive pet store. And Paulie works there, running the books, and Adrian is the manager, and Rocky owns it, and Mick is training dogs in the back.
This is very thoroughly thought out.
Wow.
And Rock becomes a millionaire, and they end up selling to Apollo. Retires from boxing, and he sees this great business that Rocky built up, and it's like the 70s, right? So it's only mom and pop pet stores everywhere. So Apollo's like, man, this guy's got something here. They got the training going on. They got a huge facility.
And they franchise.
He's like, we could make this work. I could buy this from Rock, and I could make it nationwide.
What if they just did an arm wrestling match?
Holy
Yeah,
to
no,
see
no.
who gets
So
to keep
Apollo
the
comes to
business?
Rock, and he's like, listen, Rock, I want to take this business to the next level. I want every town in America to have one of these
like-
Rocky's Petcos.
It's like Shark Tank.
Dude,
And Apollo convinces him. He's like, yeah, I don't know, Apollo. I kind of like the little mom and pop thing you got going on.
and then he punches him in the face and he does it.
Oh, and then they become partners, and Apollo, makes him a multimillionaire, and they own and they started Petco.
Okay. So I'm going to be 100% honest. At first, that sounded ridiculous. But now that I think about it, you ever read any alternate history stuff? Like if the Nazis
One
won
little twist.
Went the other way.
if the Nazis
Yeah.
won this, or
That's the whole premise
if
of my
Helen
story.
Keller,
One little thing changed.
If Helen Keller could see,
It snowballed
right?
into something
Yeah, what was
different.
what was that science fiction novel? Not the Butterfly Effect, but it's the guy who goes back in time and he's
Oh,
he's-
time travel
he's,
movies
No, he's, but he
suck.
steps off the path and he steps on a butterfly, and because he stepped on that butterfly, the butterfly wasn't eaten by this dinosaur, and it changed the whole. So he went back to his present day.
Yeah.
Everything was just a little bit off.
Alternative history.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? As much as I want to make fun of what you just said, it's not knowing what we know now.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. That
What if
honestly,
you do it
Netflix
like a
could make
Christmas
that.
Carol way, where he has
Kinda.
a dream that this is how his life could go, or something?
No, I like the concept of that. I like the thing. We all know Rocky, but what if one thing happened?
Yeah.
Right? Because you always think about that in your life. What if one thing happened? If I'd have took this job, or if I didn't spit on that girl's face, or whatever it is that you did.
Well, sometimes
if I'd have won that one fight in 7th grade,
But
how would my life be
Or
different?
what's the famous famous movie where the kid he drops the fly ball and then his life is shit after that? He's in a little league and he drops the ball to lose the game,
yeah.
but then there's an alternate version where he catches the ball and then he marries the best girl after that. He has a successful life,
Oh,
but
yeah,
then
I
he
remember
drops the
that
ball
movie.
and something really bad happened. His life was
I
in
do
shambles.
think about that. My business partner ended up moving. We didn't know each other at the time. She moved in next door to me, and we just happened to be kind of talking over the fence, and then
Come on.
I'm serious, and the business ended up growing from there, and it's been 25 years.
And that's how you grew
And I
Jackie's Porn
do-
Emporium.
I do
Jackie's
think
Porn
about
Emporium was
had
built
I never
on that relationship.
had I never
Nice.
met her,
Yeah,
you
something
know,
as simple as that. Yeah.
yeah,
Actually, I do have a plot for a movie. This is going to be real quick.
Fuck.
Okay.
This
No,
is gonna
no,
be
no.
awesome.
This is no.
So this is
You're done, man.
okay.
Please.
So listen.
Please
No,
say it's
I am
over.
done, but
Oh, thank God.
This is real quick. So
Okay, no, Ted just thought of this.
there's an illiterate kid. He gets on a game show, and somehow he's able to answer all these difficult questions. And then when he's in the bathroom, the host goes up to him and gives him the answers to the next 3 hardest questions to win the jackpot, the grand prize. But the kid doesn't believe him because he thinks the guy's lying to him. I called it Slumdog. Who wants to be a Slumdog billionaire?
I have no idea what's happening. Ted, you can't drink anymore.
That
I'm
was
not
slu-
letting
that
you
was-
drink
I'm
anymore.
sorry,
He's
that
not even
was-
drinking. He had a half a Mickey's.
That was Slumdog Millionaire. I'm kidding. That's already been
Right.
done. Who wants to
we-
be
we
a
all know that, Ted.
millionaire?
Oh my
Well,
God,
yeah, you have to
dude.
think about it for a
That
second.
was like a ruse. He was
No.
trying to.
No,
pull
I
some
thought
over
you were
our
gonna.
eyes.
I thought you were gonna like change it up like Mark did. I mean, he put a lot of effort.
Who wants to be a thousandaire?
Hold on a second. Mark put a lot of effort
could
into
keep
his
going
idea.
on.
You literally just shit in your pants, and yeah, I'm sorry.
I
Ted.
pissed on your leg and said it was raining.
All right, Jackie,
Yeah.
do you have one or no?
I got nothing.
You didn't. He
I'm
didn't
not-
ask you, did he?
No,
Yeah.
I said it to
Oh,
her.
were
that
you
He sent
prepared?
it to me
Okay,
on the
okay.
side. I just not. I'm not creative in that way. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
movie
Okay,
plots.
so I kind of, I kind of did mine as like the promo to the actual movie. So this would be like the commercial you would hear for the movie. Is that cool? Are you guys
Sure.
ready?
That's-
Okay.
Wait, are you going to do it in the movie phone voice guy?
In a world where common sense no longer exists, treating people like people is a thing of the past, and decency is a 4-letter word. One person will lead the world out of the light and into the darkness. One voice will say anything they are thinking. One person will stand up and make everyone else wish they sat back down. You will cry, and you will cry some more. This Thanksgiving, you will give thanks that this is only a movie. The sequel that no one has been dying to see. Marjorie Taylor Greene Goes to Washington. Rated F for what the fuck. The apocalypse doesn't sound so bad after all. There it is. Oh, this is a movie where the Marjorie Taylor Greene character wins the president
Oh God.
of the United States. Yeah. And all the things that we said about all the other people all come to fruition.
Wow.
Yes, the dumbest person on the planet is now the president of the United States.
Well, I know there's a lot of dumb people in Washington, so
Oh, she's way dumber than everyone else.
Not many dumber than her.
Yeah, she's way dumber than everybody else. How about that for a movie?
Let's just hope it's not reality.
Hey, man, anything can happen. How much fun would that be? You guys all look so scared right now.
Because I'm scared.
Come on, wouldn't that be awesome? I
Well,
mean,
isn't
sure,
that-
it'd be a really shitty America.
yeah.
but
I mean, was
I like Ted's movie better.
What was that movie, the Manchurian Candidate?
and then
where,
the guy doesn't do it. In your face.
No, I'm sorry. In my movie, the guy doesn't answer all the questions. He actually gets the second one wrong, and he only wins like $10. And the movie's
So
over.
he's a
And he
slum
goes-
dog,
he's a
slum dog.
He's slumdog. Yeah,
Just slumdog.
He's
He
not,
does-
he's not a
yes, he's
slumdog
just a
millionaire. He's
slumdog.
just a slumdog.
I also have one Keebler Elf movie.
Oh fuck no! Can we? You know what? Could we save that? Can we save that till next time?
In the tree, part of the tree.
What?
Yeah, that's the name of the movie.
You have
In the tree, part of the
Okay,
tree.
so number one, you have way too much free time, and whatever,
I actually have no free time.
dude, whatever drugs you are doing, I would just keep on doing them because you
No
live
way.
a great life, man.
No way.
Whatever's going on in your head,
What
it's,
about-
it's
what
like
a-
Ted Jr.
What about the Tootsie Roll owl when he says it's 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, but it doesn't take him 3, it takes him 33.
No, he cheats. He
It just
cracks
goes
it open.
on and on and on. And then when he gets to the center, there's an oxycodone pill.
Wait, that's your movie?
Oh my god!
And it becomes like a rabid bat. I'm just making shit up. I don't know.
What's happening?
You know what? You know what? You know what would be a great movie?
That's what all the Hollywood producers do. They just make shit up, right? They
no,
sit
you know what would be
around,
a great movie. Ted trying to come up with a guy who can't
come up with a movie.
come up with a movie. He
Yeah.
just and so every day he's part somehow he's part of this thing, right? And every day he walks in, right? And every day people
And
pitch
he gets
ideas.
paid money.
Yeah. People pitch ideas like what was that? Forrest Gump, and Ted's like, well, I got one. How about a guy? He lives in a tree, and he gets hit by a baseball, and then he an alligator eats him, and this guy's like, no.
No,
man."
or-
The next day, the guy comes in and he pitches the regular Rocky movie, right? And he goes, oh, that could win an Academy Award. And Ted's just like, I got one. There's a shoe, and a girl puts it on, and wait,
It's too tight on her.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good idea.
hurts.
Make him an alligator.
No, how about a guy? He turns on all the greatest movie ideas of all time. Gone with the Wind. Nope, don't like it. Forrest Gump. Nope. He does the complete opposite. He's like all the
Actually-
greatest
How did we go
greatest
back
movies
to
of all
Forrest
time.
Gump?
No, I'm just
Forrest
saying,
Gump came up
That would be
twice.
kind of funny.
No, but I'm saying all the greatest movie lines of all time. You're as a producer, you're listening. You're like, nah, I don't like that. That's a terrible idea. You know, it's a terrible idea.
Howard Stern? No, I think he's going to be a failure. Total, complete failure.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, ugly.
Yeah.
The man is unattractive. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah.
Those
But-
are kind
but-
of like those stories where actors turn down.
Like he does everything wrong. Yeah,
Roles?
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
And
do,
then
and they
it
regret.
becomes
They regret
iconic.
it. They regret it. Or get a movie that's so bad, but okay, for example, like Brad Pitt, George Clooney. Don't they charge like $20 million a movie? Right? I mean, you can't get them in any movie. Can you imagine getting all the best actors in one movie? Kind of like the Expendables or
Wasn't it
something.
called New Year's Eve? Wasn't there a movie called New Year's
but
Eve?
it's a,
or
but it's a
something?
terrible movie. They just want to do
Wait,
it for fun.
and they
you know?
had like all the famous actors in
All
there,
the
and
famous-
it was
Yeah.
the biggest.
No,
Yeah.
that was a Cannonball Run.
Dude, that
No, it was what was it? It was like the end of the world or something like that, right? Or this is it.
This is the end.
Yeah, this is the end.
well, anything that has Seth Rogen in it and James Franco sucks.
Yeah.
Dirty ass. It's I don't listen. There is nothing funny. I want to get Seth Rogen on, and I want him to convince me that he's funny. I
Wait,
want
who's
him
the
to
other
do
guy?
one
Wait, isn't Seth
thing.
Rogen like Jonah Hill? Like Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen, they're kind of like the same person to
Yeah.
me. They're that same guy.
You know who's my person
Jonah
like
Hill
that is
actually has some talent, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
A little
Tracy
bit.
Morgan. To me, I just don't find him funny.
Are you
Drives
kidding me?
Crazy. He really
I-
does.
I
He's
got-
the same thing in everything.
Oh,
It's like,
like
Oh no!
every
way. On
interview,
30 Rock.
every.
On 30
yeah,
Rock,
he's
he
good.
was
on-
insane.
Yeah,
So-
he's good.
He's just a small part, but he was
But-
insanely good in that. But
in
everything
that,
else he is.
everything else,
He's pretty much the same
I
exact.
saw Kevin Hart. I saw a stand up, and I was actually I took an edible, and usually what I laugh
the
at
story.
I laugh at everything. I would watch that. I was just like,
nothing.
Yeah, I don't find Kevin Hart funny.
not at all. Yeah,
I don't.
he's got a little screaming thing going on. And it's a little. I kind of feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for the people in the audience. You know what I mean, I'm like, I don't know if it's like a laugh track there because I can't imagine somebody laughing in real life to that shit.
No, you know what they kind of do. Like, I think the things that I think are funny is when somebody says something that you don't expect him to say, right? I mean, that's like Tom Segura. When he tells a story, obviously, true or not true, whatever it is, you don't expect. He says things you don't expect him to say.
He's really funny.
If I can already figure out is if as Kevin Hart is telling his joke, I can already
Where
figure
it's
out
gonna go.
exactly where it's going to go and how it's going to end up. That's not funny because I've already figured it out. You have to like amaze me with something that I never thought you would say. I mean, that has to be that thing. If I already know, like this is a thing I do. I'll watch the last 20 minutes of a movie, okay? And I'll be like, if I can figure out 20 minutes and I can just say, yeah, she's with him. They're going to do that. They're going to do that. Press that button. Somehow he's going to figure out how to
Hallmark
do
movie.
that. Right. Yeah.
James Bond is going to get out of these restraints somehow.
Right.
Yeah, but if I watch
Somehow.
the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes and I have no idea what's happening and nothing makes sense, I'll go back and start the movie over. And watch it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is
That's
that is
crazy. I
What?
would never do.
Aren't those
something
like dream sequence movies where the guy he like it looks like it's real, and then like turns out like he's imagining shit the whole time, or they just it
Yeah.
doesn't make
overused, man.
Yeah.
That was like
the
Lost.
prequel,
Yeah.
the sequel.
I loved Lost.
Wasn't
Wait,
that like-
Lost that show?
Yeah, until the whole thing was like a dream and they were all dead. I was like, what? That's a bullshit cop out, man.
What wasn't the movie like Jacob's Ladder or something where that
Oh, that was a good movie.
back and forth? That
With
was
Tim Robbins.
that
I
was
like Tim
crazy.
Robbins.
Man, that
I like
was a
Tim
good
Robbins.
movie.
Shawshank Redemption was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Yeah, but that
It's
had
one of the
nothing
best
to do
movies
with
of all
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit. I mean, you
It's
really
off
didn't
topic.
know.
Off topic.
But the point is,
still,
but
it's
at
a
least
great
it was
movie.
I mean, for a prison movie, it was
I
pretty
mentioned
good.
Tim
you know.
Robbins. You bring
Yeah.
up Shawshank.
Yeah,
Wasn't he in
He was
Shawshank?
in Shawshank.
Yeah, I know, but Jacob's Ladder is a completely different movie. We're talking about
Oh,
movies that. Like,
I've never seen Jacob's
Oh, I
Ladder.
thought we were
I'll
just
check
talking
it
about
out.
Tim
dream
Robbins and his
sequence.
awesome acting career. Yeah. No, I love him. Okay, so let me. I love this story, and you're gonna see why.
Andy
Okay.
Dufresne.
I had to go to prison to learn how to break the laws. Yeah. All right. So you guys know Mike Pence is out with all the Trump guys, right? Like they hate
Right.
him. Trump supporters hate Mike Pence.
Yeah.
You
And,
guys-
and he's running for president. And
Yeah.
yet somehow, I
Ted-
mean, he's got to know he's not going to win the nomination.
Ted, I bet you get more votes for president than Mike Pence does.
Honestly, if Trump was smart, he'd get that guy Tim Scott as his vice president. That's smart.
I don't buy that.
If he's
but-
smart.
But okay, so I guess all over social media, people, Trump supporters are like want Mike Pence dead. They're getting that crazy.
Well, that's
Well,
like how
they
the
said
January
well
6th
during the
thing
January
was.
6th, right? There wasn't there the scream out was like, hey, hang Mike Pence because
Yeah.
he wouldn't support the
Right,
overturning the
right.
election. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So I guess as Trump was going out just recently on his social media, everybody's getting on there and literally wishing he was dead. Okay, and they're literally going on record.
and that's not against the law,
They're-
by the way, to wish someone was dead.
I mean, if you're the former vice president, I don't think. I mean,
Well, they're definitely
it's
keeping an eye on
it's
something like that.
yeah. I mean, you get on a list.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if
Yeah.
you start saying I want him dead
yeah.
and all this kind
Well,
of
they
stuff,
just
No,
killed
no, no.
the FBI just killed
Don't get
somebody.
us on the list.
The FBI.
I don't. No.
The FBI just
I
killed.
love Mike Pence. I want him to live as long as he can because I want to hear him say one
Now
more
you're
time.
on the other list.
No, I want him to hear it say one more time. I can't go in a room with that.
Matt, there's
woman.
two lists.
Right.
I'm not allowed to be in a room with a woman by myself.
You know, when someone's oozing that much
I'm
goodness,
pretty much a serial
when
rapist.
someone's oozing that much goodness, you know he's wearing women's underwear, right? Because
Oh.
you know he's probably wearing a negligee,
That
a
would be
thong, or some booty shorts.
That would be
He's got-
good. That would be a good
He
thing.
probably puts glitter on himself at night. I mean, you know, it's probably some Buffalo Bill show. Yoo-hoo.
Ooh, here's Ted's movie.
Oh boy.
Ted. Now that's the
No,
movie.
that's the
See,
movie.
that's the movie I want to watch the last 15 minutes and go, "What the fuck is happening
Brilliant.
here?" I need to turn on it from the beginning.
Remember the Guinness one, 6-pack. Brilliant.
All right, so they do a news story about the fact that all these people want him dead. Okay, so it's on all these different things. Okay, and here's the quote, and this is kind of creepy. Here's the quote exactly as it's written. A guy writes. A guy says they interview him, and they're actually he does a Twitter post, and this is what he writes.
An X post.
An ex post. I want to see him hanging. I want to see his toes dangling. And now this is a reporter who says, I found this quote, right? And he says, and then she writes down, this, the woman who wrote it, says, written by, and this is the Twitter handle that they wrote down in the story, Big Mike's Hairy Dong. they used a quote about killing Mike Pence and gave him credit as his Twitter handle, X handle, Big Mike's Hairy Dong. Now,
I'm not following him.
I
Surprise, surprise. It's not even recommended to me.
listen. If this is the story you have to write, and you're getting a quote
Yeah.
from a guy who
Go
whose
the other
online
direction, right?
moniker
You nix that
is,
story.
is Big Mike's Hairy Dong. I don't feel like you have any real.
There's no credibility.
Yeah,
right?
there's
like,
zero
this is
credibility because I don't feel like anybody who's
Like Baba
nicknamed-
Booey, Baba Booey.
Yeah,
It's
is
like
Big
a-
Mike's Hairy Dong is actually going to kill anybody.
You know what?
I don't think he
Well,
really
here's
wants
the thing.
that.
It's like if you went to remember when you go to like a bathroom and there's like the marker saying Big Mike's Hairy Dong was here.
Right. Yeah.
and then,
that's
and then I would
exactly
go
what it
and then
be.
I would go in the bathroom after and say, Big Mike's Hairy Dong can go eat a dick, just in case he comes back and sees it. Just so like
I just it seemed so
That's pretty funny though that it got out
insane
there.
that they
They
would
said
use
that, yeah.
that quote
That-
and put it on, not to say like a Twitter user or whatever user. She specifically quoted Big Mike's Hairy Dong. Now,
he's a reliable source.
he's a very reliable source because I figure there's probably only one guy in the whole world who has that moniker.
I mean,
right?
he probably just had a nice methamphetamine sandwich. Probably had a couple
Right.
of straws,
These are probably college
Think
kids
about how
throwing it
proud
out
he
there,
is.
trying to get that name.
Think about how proud
the
he is
public
right
domain.
now. That story went out to every major newspaper, online thing, everywhere.
I'm going to GoDaddy right now doing that website.
Big Mike's Hairy Dong.
BigMike'sHairyDong.com. .net
For all
and
of your
.org.
political-
No, .edu.
.gov.
.edu. Yeah,
Here's
.gov.
the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb, and this is like I'm surprised journalists don't
Don't
know
write
this.
about your dong?
No, the rule of thumb is this: don't give oxygen. Don't give oxygen to crazy people. When you give them oxygen, which means that don't reply to them, don't acknowledge them, because like when you acknowledge them, that's like catnip to them. Then they
Yeah, like, don't give oxygen to fire.
now you've given them a platform. You've just made this guy famous, right? Just because this is
That's
the
why
best.
they
'cause
don't
he's-
show the
'cause he's got a
yahoos that
hairy
run on
dong.
the
It's
the
fields
best story,
anymore.
the best story you can come up with. Yeah. So congratulations, you just made this like minor lunatic wherever he's at.
Well, it kind of
Just a
makes you
minor
think. It
celebrity,
kind of makes you
Well, it's
think.
the local news, right?
Does no? This went out to everywhere. This was a national news story. This was a national news story, and I just think, are there really people who want Mike Pence dead, or was there like three people, and one of them was Big Mike's Hairy
Big
Dong?
Mike's
I mean,
Hairy
Mike Pence is so insignificant.
Yeah.
It's just comical that anybody would waste any time even thinking
No,
about the
but
guy.
Ted, there's a whole contingency of people, and by whole I mean maybe like 20,000 people in the whole universe, that believe that
Fully
Trump
believe that.
lost because he didn't certify
Right.
that he didn't that he didn't step in and know the whole thing
No,
and say, okay, he's still president.
Right.
They think they're blaming him for the 2020 results.
Right. But like I said, you're always going to get that certain subsection of the people who are very impressionable, susceptible to whatever they're being told. And if you just go out through human history, you could see that, like, if you get a charismatic figure, whether it's Trump or whether it's Hitler. I'm not comparing Trump to Hitler, but the point is, anytime you get a charismatic figure in history, you're going to have a certain section of the population that's vulnerable and susceptible to whatever they're going to say. And it's like I said, it's just history repeats itself, right? That's all it is.
This is one time that you brought up Hitler that I would agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm not comparing
Yeah.
Trump to Hitler, but the point is, I'm just saying, like, he came at a time, there was a vacuum in time when Germany just lost World War I, and the people were kind of down and out, and he kind of gave them national pride, and he started off okay until he went crazy, of course. But yeah, that's how he came to power, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So next president of the United States is Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Well, maybe not.
What do we know
His
about
vice
Big Mike?
president
Well,
is Harry
we know
Dong.
two things.
I was just going to say, is
Yeah.
it actually, like, who's the president then? Big Mike or Big Mike's Harry Dong? Like,
Well, have you seen him in the room
This
at the
is a
same
great
time?
day when
Have
you,
you
when
seen him in the
can-
room at the same
no,
time?
Listen, when you can get on a podcast and your sister repeatedly says the phrase "Big Mike's Harry Dong," I'm the happiest person in the whole wide world. Yeah,
So I was reading this. The other day.
I think he goes to Howard Street.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
I don't
Or-
know.
I was reading this the other
I
day.
see
So,
him.
so I guess Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California, is going to debate Ron DeSantis, who's obviously the governor of Florida. And people are like, why are they doing that? I said, well, you know why they're doing that, you dumbasses, is because it's a dry run practice for the next presidential cycle.
Wait a minute. I asked you why are they doing that?
Oh, not you. I wasn't
You didn't
talking
call
to
me
you.
a dumbass.
No, I'm just saying. But I'm saying,
Listen,
it's practice, just like you practice. So the reason.
Talk about the two extremes.
Yeah, but the point is, the reason they're debating each other now, they know they're not going to win the respective nomination. But the point is, they're looking in the future. So it's kind of they're getting a little practice on the debate
Christie's
stage.
ahead
know
of
what?
them in the polls now.
Yeah.
You know what? I got bad news for both those guys. You know what? I see a future. Neither one of them are in it.
Well, I mean, they're young. I mean, DeSantis is only 44, and
I
I
don't
think I don't know
care.
how old Newsom is, but I mean, the point is
The
if
two
he-
extremes
but
that
if he's-
they
but if-
represent
but if he's-
are the exact opposite of what 99% of what America wants. Those two extremes,
Yeah.
no one really, really wants.
It's what America wants.
No.
America.
has
Not
no
America,
interest
America.
in either one of those two lunatics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying America.
Merc.
I get that. Yeah.
That's what
kind
Ameri-
of like a
that's what
kind of sound like
America
a hillbilly.
wants.
Yeah. America.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Oh, so we went out of town this weekend. No, you just said hillbilly. We went out of town this weekend. I'm not going to mention what state we went to. We're driving on a back road, and there's this fucking house, man, with a front porch and 3 flags. Okay, one was a big Trump flag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another one was a big said America on it, and the other one was an American flag that was upside down
Was it the
in between them.
Wow.
So Trump, America, and then the American flag upside down.
Does that mean something?
They hate America and love Trump.
No, but
But I thought,
wait.
okay.
But does an upside down?
Well, everybody like hates America now. These Trump followers, they all hate the America that we're living in now, and he's going to make it better.
Oh, I see.
But
Okay.
does an
Trump
up-
said it too. Trump said, "I wish I didn't. I'd rather live in the south of France."
Well, he should move there.
Or they won't have him there. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it signifies disagreement. With
Upside down American flag.
upside down American flag signifies disagreement. Yeah, since the 2016 election,
But
the
you
upside
can't take a
down
knee.
is transformed
Can't take
into
a knee to show your disagreement.
Oh,
with,
you know
with
what?
Policy. If you take a knee, you're ostracized. But you can fucking hang a flag upside down.
An upside down American flag used to symbol physical danger. Yeah, so if you were in trouble, you would flip your
So
flag
now
upside
they're
down.
now
Oh,
they're
yeah.
using it for their
Kind
own
of
cause.
like a SOS. Yeah. I mean, back in the day,
They're
when
using it
there
for
was
their own
technology. Yeah.
Yeah, so how is
And
that allowed and
SOS.
taking a knee isn't? It's both showing that you're unhappy with things that are going on.
Right, that's their way of saying something, and I don't know. Whatever.
I don't understand any of it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get on to something happy. What do you got here, Matt? Let's
Okay,
go.
last
Happy
thing.
talk.
You
Be
guys.
kind, rewind.
No,
Yes.
you guys ready for happy
We can
talk?
do that.
Okay, you guys remember we talked about Pat Sajak and Vanna White, how much they made for Wheel of
Yeah,
Fortune.
two of the most overpaid people for doing the least amount of work. Yeah,
They're not. They're not.
Oh man,
They're not.
Oh,
Nobody's overpaid.
I'm gonna go ahead and top anything you think actually happens. Okay, so something very big happened yesterday. Vanna White missed a show for the first time in over 3 decades.
Wow.
That's
over
30 years.
over
Ted.
a contract dispute.
Oh.
So she is upset. Okay. For the last 18 years, she has made $3 million a year pointing at rectangles.
That is unacceptable.
Well,
She
no,
should be
18
making-
years ago she had to touch him. No, she had to
She had
actually
to turn
Starting
them.
18 years ago.
She
No,
had to
no.
turn them.
Starting 18 years ago,
It was touch screen.
it was just touch, point. She just pointed. at
Actually, she
something.
just pointed. I think
Yeah.
they just
They do it.
turned it on.
Oh.
She
Yeah,
just
she
walked
literally
over
just
and
walks
pointed.
over and points at a rectangle, and she makes $3 million a year. And
I
I'll
think it's a
top it.
square, not a rectangle.
No, it's a
No, it's a
rectangle.
rectangle.
It's a rectangle.
The
I know
letters
that.
are
it's an
rectangles?
elongated
Yeah.
rectangle.
Welcome back to school, Mark.
Yeah.
Think of it like it's like long.
Yeah, explain to him how you
It's
explain
longer
to me. Yeah.
than it is wider.
Right.
It's a rectangle.
a rectangle.
In a rectangle.
An erect.
It's not a quadrilateral, Mark, or an octagon.
I think it actually is a quadrilateral.
Two
Before-
sides are longer than the other two sides.
Well, no, it's two sets of equal sides. That's quadrilateral. So yes, technically a rectangle is a quadrilateral. Welcome to geometry talk. Okay.
I love math talk.
Yeah, even this bullshit's better than chess talk. Okay. Now I'm going to top this. This woman works. Are you ready? 4 days a month.
Wow.
4 days a
$3
month, not
million
4 days a week.
year.
4 days a month. She works 6 hours a day, which is a long day. 4 days a month.
I'll take that job.
Yeah, 4 days a month. That's
So
60.
they filmed. I know they filmed like 4 or 5 episodes.
I think they film 6 episodes a day.
Okay.
Okay. She makes $62,500 a day. Okay. Now, Pat Sajak makes, I believe, 5 times that, or did until now. I guess Ryan Seacrest is going to be in there
after the first
and
or something.
now
like that.
she wants more money, and she is going to not be part of this until
Good.
she gets a raise.
So they'll just bring in someone younger and hotter and
Yeah. Why would they keep her? Why would they not, like get rid of her along with Pat Sajak because they're kind of a tandem? So that would
Maybe
be kind of
Meghan
weird.
She
Markle
is
will
going.
do it.
She's not sticking around.
That would
but
be
she's
weird.
just making
But that
a
would be
point.
weird keeping like Ryan Seacrest and her because she's kind of a relic from the past. And wouldn't you get someone like I said in
Meghan
their 20s?
Markle.
Yeah, not her, but like just someone in their 20s. Like who?
I don't know. Is
you know.
Meghan Markle smart enough to point at stuff?
Well,
she could be a genius.
Well, no,
by the
wasn't
way, I
wasn't
don't
she
know.
on that show with the suitcases? Like she was one of the models.
Suits.
No, not
Oh.
Suitcases.
No, where you open the
What?
suitcase, you open the suitcase. and
Oh,
it
with
has,
Howie
like,
Mandel.
Yeah, the Howie Mandel
the-
show.
Oh,
yeah, she was one of the.
Yeah, you,
Meghan Markle was?
Yeah, she was like
Oh.
one of the
Really?
suitcase
One of the suitcase
gals.
ladies.
Yeah, suitcase ladies.
was she really?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I think
but-
I watch that show every once in a while.
I
mean,
yeah,
I
so the
actually-
people
I
have to
like
pick up
that show.
briefcase.
I
What's
like
it
the show.
called?
And
Deal?
Deal
Yeah,
or
let's
no
make
deal.
a
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
deal or
so
no
basically, they
deal.
open
Yep.
the suitcase, and it's like if it's $100, that's good because
was
that
a
means
good
that
show.
the high value
Deal or
one's
no
there.
deal.
Yeah, deal or no deal.
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
good because Howie Mandel's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
funny.
I
I mean,
Germaphobe.
He's got a little OCD, obviously.
You know that?
A lot of OCD.
He's
yeah.
a germaphobe.
Yeah. So
Well, you can't tell the guy's got OCD just by.
No,
by
I didn't say
talking to him?
OCD. He's a germaphobe.
Yeah, well, that's OCD. That's OCD.
I don't know.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know what that. I mean, what? He doesn't like to be touched.
No, he doesn't. He won't shake. He's a germaphobe. He's afraid of germs.
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
like
shake
he's,
hands.
He's
He doesn't-
hypersensitive. Yeah, he's hypersensitive. So it's
He's
just
a germaphobe.
He doesn't want to touch things in the airport.
Right.
Like he talks.
He doesn't-
Talks
yeah.
I
pretty
don't want to
freely
touch
about
anything
it.
in the airport. The
He
airport
talks
is
very
gross.
freely about it.
I didn't know. Yeah, but this is 20 years ago now. The story I'm going to tell you. A friend of mine, his last name is Mandel as well, and he was in a restaurant, and Howie Mandel was in the restaurant, and he's like, he goes to his wife, and he's like, Marianne, I gotta go fucking say hi to him. We have the same last name, so he goes up, and he's sitting at the table, and my buddy goes over and he introduces himself. And he's like, my name is, so and so Mandel. And he's like, well, and he reaches out to shake his hand, and he Howie Mandel is like sitting there kind of sticks up a hand and waves to him.
Yeah.
And my buddy was like, oh, he's like, okay. And then he made small talk, and he's like, okay, yeah, nice to meet you. And he goes back to the table, and he's like, man, what a dick. Like, he wouldn't even shake my hand. And he was like weirded out. I kept trying to shake his hand, and he was like backing off and all this other stuff and like this. And he's like, and then he was telling us the story, my buddy, and someone's like, dude, he's a germaphobe. Like, he won't shake your hand.
So
Yeah.
he
didn't
was
mean that
actually
as
assaulting Howie Mandel.
No. But he
Yeah.
went up to him at the dinner table and kind of like,
Oh, God. That's why I'm so glad. Listen, I want to be famous, and I know the show's going to take off, and we're going to be fucking huge. But you know what? Can I just say, everybody out there, don't bother me. If I'm with my friends or I look like I'm drunk.
He'll be
you're
at
gonna-
Howard Street Inn.
hey,
Yeah.
if I'm with, that doesn't apply if I'm at the table with him. Come on over.
No. Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on
Talk to
over.
Mark. Talk to Mark.
Come
And just
over,
pretend like I'm not there. I mean,
Oh,
honestly.
he'll be your wingman.
I'm-
He'll
I'm-
take care of you.
I'm going to big time you. right? I
I'd
mean,
shake-
I
I'd
might
shake
be a
everybody's
piece of shit
hand.
now,
I'll-
but
I'll
I'm
hug
really going to
them.
be a piece of shit
I'll-
once I'm famous.
I mean,
Oh, Ted will hug you.
I'd hug you.
I'll say
take
hi.
pictures with you.
Ted's
Well-
like the mascot of the
Could
show.
you just see Ted? Ted just randomly. We're not even like Ted. We finally hit kind of the big time. We're partially famous, and Ted just starts walking up to every hot chick and just, I'm Ted. I'm Ted from the Real 3 It Is podcast.
You wanna take a selfie with me?
Yeah.
Ted
I know
the
you
Groper
want
is a
this.
groper
Yeah.
now.
Now the opposite of that is this. Like I think I mentioned this on several shows. Like if I assuming I even recognize someone who was famous, yeah, like I said, as a grown man, I'm not going to give accolades to another grown man, even if he's good at something. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to go
So
out of my
only
way to
men
say
are famous.
what's that?
Only men are famous,
Or women, or just anybody.
you're
I mean,
right, yeah.
Just want to make
yeah,
sure.
I'm just saying, like they don't peak. They don't.
only
pique-
admires
They don't.
famous
They don't
men.
pique.
Okay.
They don't pique my interest enough where I'd actually go out of my way to like approach them to like ingratiate myself and say hi to them. Because you know why? Because I don't give a shit.
Ted is
I don't
so
give a
New
shit.
York, man. You're so New York, dude. You need to move to New York.
Yeah, I just don't give
Hey,
a
who's
shit.
this
I'm the same
fucking
way.
guy?
I'll
This
never talk to
fucking
a
guy
famous
thinks he's
person.
better than
Yeah,
me.
I mean,
Fuck Leo DiCaprio.
No, I mean, like if I saw like who's like a super recognizable, like okay, like Brad Pitt. Someone saw Brad Pitt.
Fuck that
everyone
guy.
everyone lose their shit, right?
I
It's
would.
Brad Pitt or Tom Brady or something, whatever.
I would try to lick Brad Pitt. I would. Just he's so attractive.
Would
I,
you?
re- I remember when we were at U of I saw Lovie Smith in the, Eaton downstairs when he just became the U of I coach
Oh yeah.
at the hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm texting Steven, like, you got to come down. I mean, I'm not going to take a picture of him or anything, but it seemed really
If anything,
exciting.
I would like heckle him.
A
I mean,
moderately
yeah.
successful professional coach and a terrible college coach
Well,
is right here,
That was his first year. He hadn't started yet.
and he would grow to be
So we thought he was going to be good.
mildly successful
Yeah.
in the least.
But I would never
possible
go
way.
talk to him. I would just,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like
I don't really
like
care.
you know, it's funny, like someone like Mike Ditka. He seems like he'd be a real dick in person. Right?
Oh,
I mean, like,
yeah.
he's so crotchety and
No, he's actually the most approachable person. you
okay,
ever
but
seen.
it'd just be funny, because I think
he's
What
to
would
sit-
you? What would
he
you
used to
go
sit
up
in
and
his
say?
restaurant and
yeah,
let
what am
everybody
I,
come
yeah,
up
what
to
am I
him.
going to say to Mike Ditka? I'm like, oh, hey, I heard you played tight end back in the 1950s, 20 years before I was born. What else do you want to talk about, Mike?
Yeah.
No, I went to his restaurant.
you're-
he was there. We all went up and said hi.
I went to
Dick.
I went to Ditka's and
Yeah,
yeah,
but it,
dude,
it
he's
seems
the
it seems
coach,
like a
man.
waste of
It's-
time. It seems like
to
like,
say hello to like somebody I idolized as a kid. That's not a waste of time.
well, if
you
he comes around,
idolized
though, if
Mike
he's in the
Ditka,
restaurant.
the man who traded
Are you
what
kidding me?
11 draft picks
For Ricky Williams.
for Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams never played on the Bears.
No, when he
No,
was
when he
with
was
the
in the Saints, when he
I
got fired from the
know.
Bears, yeah.
Yeah, I idolized him when I was a kid with the Bears. Ditka, are you fucking kidding me? What city
Sure,
did you
yeah.
grow up in?
No, I'm just saying
That was like Ditka was like
right. But
like
God.
I mean
Well,
that whole thing
no.
about the
No, but that's-
super fans was not made up. That's how we.
no,
all
but that's my
thought,
point.
at least.
Even if I idolize someone
I
as
was
a
Matt
a
did
kid.
too
I
back
was,
then.
but I was a kid.
Yeah. So, okay.
There's
it's
no
like,
value
right.
now.
So as a kid, let's just say I idolized whomever, whether it's an athlete or an actor, and then as an adult, I saw them. I wouldn't be like, oh, I remember you when I was 12 and it was great. Like it's like Harrison Ford. Hey, when you were in Raiders of the Lost Ark, can I have a hug? You know,
Wait,
what I mean?
he's still Ted. He's still.
Oh, he's still
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's why it's a movie.
Oh man, when you hit that guy with your cane in the last movie, oh man, then you just went incontinent and the guy slipped in your shit and you got the I don't know whatever it is, the dial of destiny, whatever it was.
Matt,
That
he
was
had a
awesome.
diaper on.
The
Don't worry about it.
yeah, more like the dialysis of destiny.
he was wearing "Oops, I crapped my pants."
Oops, I crap my pants.
No one can stop this 75-year-old man from.
Yeah. Wow, he's so slow.
He's
like-
How
he's
much
like
slower
Rambo.
can I
I'm
run?
gonna go see that movie though.
Rambo?
No,
The-
Dial
The
of
new-
Destiny? No way.
The new
I-
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
You know what?
Totally.
I feel
Indiana
like
Jones- or
I will
Indiana Jones.
never, ever watch that movie.
I almost want to
Anybody see Barbie?
No, I never saw
My
Barbie.
son went and saw it.
Yeah.
He said it was
Everybody
good.
says
Jack
it's like
said-
it's all about women empowerment, I guess. Right?
Yeah, they
I
make
didn't
they make
see
the
it yet,
dudes out
but-
to be stupid, which I don't
Yeah,
know.
which is probably
I
true.
sit here once a week, so it's not anything I haven't
not
seen.
her.
Well, women are
Yeah,
smarter.
Ryan Gosling sings a song like I'm just a Ken. In another world, I would be a 10.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Listen, I will tell you right now, he is hot. Oh my God, he's attractive.
You gotta name your kid Ryan.
Whiz.
Well, obviously you're hiring someone to play Barbie and Ken, so you're going to hire the most ridiculously two good-looking people, right? You're not going to hire like Roseanne Barr to play Barbie, are you?
Hey now,
who knows what she would say after some Ambien? So it'd be. Yeah,
did you ever
yeah.
see the movie Behind the Pines?
Behind
Yeah.
the Pines?
Yeah.
No.
I saw that movie.
He's in that.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he's like a
Great
minor.
film.
He's like a minor thief back in the day, or
And
it's
so
good,
is
yeah.
Listen,
whatever, yeah.
I will watch it.
dude. I'm telling you
I
right
will
now,
watch
that movie is like, that's a good fucking movie.
So Matt,
Okay.
if you had to
Christian
ranked,
Bale,
like
who's
Ryan
in it?
Gosling and Ryan Reynolds.
Christian
It
Bale?
is.
Cop,
It's
no.
getting to that
Oh,
point.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
Getting
know.
to that point where it could be a Ryan
Judd
Gosling.
Nelson or something, or what
Look at
else?
these.
I know
Look
what
at
you're
these two.
talking about.
They're just ignoring it. You guys make me sick.
Ryan
If
Reynolds
we
or
can't
Ryan
talk about
Gosling?
how hot Ryan Reynolds is and how hot Ryan Gosling is and the concept, you make me angry.
I actually got those two confused because they get both named Ryan. So
I would slap
my
you. You
goodness.
know what? You ever say that again? Damn you, Ted. Damn
One
you.
sells Matt his cell phone, vodka. What else? Did he buy?
Yeah. One sells
And
me
one
my
doesn't.
one sells me my cell phone, and the other one I look at on my cell phone. Yeah. How do you like
Is
that?
that your, which one's your screensaver or your wallpaper?
You
don't have to answer that question.
Ryan.
Yes.
Ryan.
No comment. All right. Let's. Jeez. It's my buddy always says he goes. Can you spend one show and not talk about hot guys? And I'm like, well, I guess if there are no hot guys, maybe we're good. I don't know.
What the hell was that?
That's my dog trying to get downstairs. Yeah, that is my dog desperately trying to get downstairs. Yeah, but we can't
To
let her
see me.
downstairs because what does she do when she gets downstairs?
Socks just bothers me.
She takes
loves
a
me.
shit in the basement.
Yeah, that's
She's just
problem.
it's called marking their territory.
Ted, this whole place is my territory, and I barely shit in half the rooms. I mean, come on. All right, let's put this thing to bed. Jackie, I'm going to let you go first. Last thoughts.
I feel like Mark. I don't have any last thoughts.
Like Mark's gonna give.
I hate
I
this
think
part
Mark's
of the
Mark's
show.
gonna
I
give.
know.
Mark, why don't you give Jack?
I think we should get rid of this.
Mark,
part
why
of
don't you
the
give
show.
Jackie her last thoughts?
Yes, could you give me my last thoughts?
I'm going to read you your last rights.
Oh, see? That's where I want this to go. I want it to be violence. Violence and hate.
Okay, I'll say I actually kind of liked the way Ted's tip went today when we all kind of got together and decided on an actual tip.
As opposed to the
writing it.
shit Ted
Ted's
said.
writing it down. Ted's writing it
Dude,
down.
every time he writes this down, the
Jackie
pad goes on the
agreed.
paper. The pad gets just, the paper gets thrown away.
Like it
I
kind of
throw it away.
evolved into an actual
Matt
good
throws
tip.
everything you write
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
There it is.
What is that?
Those are
Yeah.
3 circles.
I feel like, yeah, I do feel like
I do that every
Abigail
week.
has some chances to
I thought
actually
Matt
do
was
this.
kidding when you said that he would draw that.
Yes,
He actually
just
does.
I'm making up for lost time.
That's why we don't allow Ted to have pens once the show starts. Like here's the things we don't. We told Ted he can't drink. He's drinking. We
Right.
take Ted's pens away. He's got pens. I feel like I've lost complete and total positive
Yeah.
control over what's happening. All right, Ted, you are next.
Listen.
running the show, man.
Listen, I enjoyed this lighthearted, whimsical banter we had tonight. I was mildly amused by the whole concept.
Wait, did you like the whole show or just parts of it
He's
like
gonna
last
whisper
week?
in
I was mildly
I
amused
like the
by
parts where
yeah.
I talked and the parts where Matt and Mark talked and Jackie were stupid. I just wanted to let you
At
know
some
that.
point, Ted's going to whisper.
Yeah.
No, we saved that for a special occasion. So. No.
What?
So I'm looking forward to next week's tip, whoever it might be. I'm assuming it's not going to be Abigail, since Abigail has her tip.
She just gets the one, Ted. I mean,
Yeah.
unless she's got other issues
now,
that
if
she
we,
wants to
now,
let
if we
us know
got
about.
back-to-back tips from the same person, that would be kind of weird.
No one's ever sent two. I mean, not that I've seen. No one's ever sent two
Okay.
things. Yeah, no one's ever sent that. Okay, Mark, last thoughts.
My last thoughts are we were doing the plots and we didn't come up with movie titles, though. You didn't have a title to your film. Was
Did
it
you?
Marjorie Goes to Washington? Is
yeah,
that what it is?
Yeah.
What was yours, Mark?
I don't have one.
Whoa.
Rocky goes to
Okay.
Rocky's Petco.
No.
All right, so let's put it out there.
Well,
so
the
for our
name of the movie
listeners,
is
if you
Rocky.
can come up with, Rocky was the boxing part of it.
Right.
Okay, so if you can come up with, send us whatever you can come up with for Mark's
still be
alternative
Rocky.
history. No, it can't be Rocky.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean
Well,
it's
it's got to be like some kind of play on Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's already thinking. Oh man, see, this is why we got. This is why we got to get video because you guys could actually be like, "Oh, this is where Mark was thinking." It's like, I'd never seen that before. That's
Yeah.
really cool, man.
There's a light bulb that popped up above my head.
Well, your eyes close a little bit, and you're like,
Yeah. You do that when you start. Yeah, when you start really thinking, you get kind of quiet.
It looked like
You look like you're farting
Oh, I thought you were high.
I don't get high. I'm high on life.
because I got high. Yeah, my movie got no title because I got high.
Because I got high.
Because
Or
I
you
got
had
high.
gas. I'm not sure which one. So.
It looked like it looked like he was going to fart. I wasn't sure if he was
Well,
thinking
don't
or farting.
when babies when they fart they have that they're like, oh, the baby's smiling, but they're not really smiling because they have gas right there. They look like they're smiling at you, but they're really not.
Ted's
Oh.
last
I'm not a
thought.
baby. I'm not a baby
Ted,
expert.
Ted,
you
your
know.
mom was so mean to you. Is that what she told you? Yeah,
My-
we thought you was a
wait.
smart boy, but you was just a farter.
Wait, are you saying my mom talked to me? That's
Did she take you to like some movie or something?
She took me to a few movies.
No,
few
no,
movies.
we're not doing that.
No, she
Abs-
dropped
Sorry,
them
I'm
off.
sorry.
She didn't take them.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We'll talk
yeah.
about it later.
No, she did take him, and then she came back and picked him up.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
that's it's Mother of the Year. That's
The
why.
car didn't even. The car slowed down, Jackie. She didn't even stop. Just slow down.
Mom, are you
The
gonna?
line starts here.
Are you going to stop this time? Son, are you going to stop being weak?
You gonna stop farting? You
Jump
gonna
out of
stop
the car.
farting?
Yeah. Hey, you start thinking and stop farting. I stop the car. All right. Listen, I'm glad we could all get together and celebrate National Lemon Meringue Pie Day.
Oh, I
That's
forgot
not the only
about
day
that.
it is. There's multiple things on every day.
Oh, there's multiple things. Yeah, there's
you
also
looked it up.
stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a better day?
No, I mean
No,
it's
that's
just-
probably a good one to pick.
Yeah,
good
I just didn't
Okay.
realize you guys didn't like lemon meringue pie. I thought I was the only person to just meringue is.
No, what
gross.
I mean,
I
Jack,
don't
is
like
like
meringue.
today's lemon meringue pie day, national, but it's also like National Fried Chicken Day or National.
Oh, I like fried chicken.
Every day is like
Yeah.
It's
there's,
not.
there's multiple.
If
things
it was
on one
National
day.
Fried Chicken Day, we'd be talking
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
I just don't really understand meringue. It's just like
it's
it's just
stupid.
gross.
It's just whipped sugar
Yeah.
or meringue.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You could put meringue on any pie, but it's a lemon meringue pie.
It's an acquired taste, I'm sure.
Is it? Oh wait, are you saying it could be like a lime meringue pie?
Yeah, meringue is.
Well,
just
how about a rhubarb pie?
I actually like
I
rhubarb
like
pie.
rhubarb pie.
I like
too.
rhubarb.
What is a
Yeah.
rhubarb?
I liked rhubarb
Rhubarb's
wine
a,
too.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah,
Oh.
rhubarb's a vegetable.
Gross
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah. I actually ended up buying like 3 bottles of rhubarb wine because I told a woman we were at some random winery, and I'm like, rhubarb wine sounds gross.
I had rhubarb pie at
Yeah.
in Minnesota.
Yeah, and I challenged her. And I said, if this is gross, I'm not paying for the other wines we bought. She's like, okay, and she's like, if it is good, you got to buy 3 bottles.
Ooh, and you did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
You must have really liked it.
But it was good. It's hard when somebody makes that when you say I'm not going to pay for the other stuff. I bought like 4 bottles of wine. Like she literally is going to give me 4 bottles of wine, and all I had to do was be honest. And for the first time in my life, I was honest. I said I like rhubarb
Wow.
wine. Yeah, so
All right.
I bought like 3 bottles. Yeah, we still got kicked out. I started a fight. And yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah, I was like squash is better than rhubarb, and there's a whole thing, and it was really kind of ugly. But yeah, Ted, next time you say you have a story, by the way, and this is my very real final last thought. The next time you say you have a story, and I hold off, and then I visit it the next week, you better make up some real good shit.
Just make something up, dude.
Yeah, because that Alabama story
Yeah.
was possibly. No, you know what? That was worse than anything I've ever heard in my life.
It got
Well-
better though. The shuffleboard part was better.
but
the first part was horrible.
But how do you know?
I mean,
But
shuffleboard.
that wasn't even Birmingham.
But you
I
know,
know. Yeah,
but
that's
you know
the
what?
funny thing.
Maybe
I got
as
burned.
far as you know, that's not the real story.
All right.
That we'll
whatever.
revisit some
And
other.
we'll see you guys
That's
next
it,
week.
yeah.
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 As
Thank-
far
Mark,
as you know.
Mark, thank you. All right, everybody, we will see you next week, and Ted will tell a story about his next famous state that he has visited. Have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.